was just like throwing myself at him, like flirting so hard. He would flirt back, but it just never ended up happening. And like we were different people. She's lying, and I'm like, why? Where do you people get off thinking that I would make that up?
I have a text that says that. She texted me that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello! Welcome back to Just Trish and Just Trish and Tana at this point.
I am so happy to be here. I was thinking in my head, it's so funny, like Not Loveline feels like just like us doing our fun little side thing, but like this is the front lines.
Is it? I don't know about that. I
Like-
think Not Loveline is the front lines for me.
That's true. That's
Because
true.
this for me is like anytime you're on, I just know it's like fun. Everyone like tunes in. That's why I like Not Loveline. It's like a permanent guest of Tana and Trish.
It's just so fun. We've been like really yapping over there more lately, and I love that the people love the yap.
The yap is real.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we just like talk for so long. I'm like, okay, this is.
And then we answer one caller. It's like, wait.
But we give like legit advice. I always see people like this advice kind of is like everything. So
No, I think we're actually slaying the advice.
we're so good at it. I think so too.
We are so hardworking. We are so gorgeous.
You are gorgeous. I saw Tana and you're like tan, blonde, fresh nails.
I
like
love
you
you.
look so good. I was like,
Well, I
dang.
like crawled into her house this Sunday, like pale, tracks out, like, hey, Trisha, it's great to be filming again. I left and I had a crisis. I was like, get your nails done, get your hair done,
First
get a
of all, you
tan.
look so gorgeous. You're
You're
like
so
so
sweet.
wild. But you do look, it is crazy. Like all of a sudden, like Pamela Anderson walked in. I was
It's,
like,
you are so sweet to me. I
Pamela
love you
Anderson
so
Baywatch.
much.
I guess like Sunday, because I think Pamela Anderson like slays so hard without makeup. So you're like Pamela Anderson, like when you're not tan, it's like without the makeup. But then when you have
You're
the tan, it's
so. She sees me in these rose-colored glasses that I hope she never takes off.
No, you always look so slay. You always look so good.
Did you see Pam wore makeup for the first time in like a long time?
So good. What was the magazine?
the-
Was it like I saw it. I just saw it 'cause she was like
I just saw it
businessy
too.
and
She looked amazing. She's
she
so
does look
cool.
So good. I
She's just
know.
like so effortlessly like hello forever, like so cool.
Snubbed from the Oscars though. She didn't get any Oscar noms.
No.
Yeah.
I still haven't. Have you seen Last
I
Showgirl
know.
yet?
I need
we
to
need
see
to
it.
go see it.
I know. I think it's like probably gonna be at a theater soon because it's been out for a minute.
I went to a theater the other day.
Did you end up going?
Yes, I dragged
After?
her. Not that night. The next
Oh.
day. She was like, no, not at midnight.
What
But
theater did you go to?
We went to the Grove and we
Oh.
saw Timmy as Bob Dylan, and the seats in this theater were so and I like felt like a dad. Like I was sitting on my bony.
What do you mean? They're like little?
Yes, and I like
weren't
I
recliners?
understand the dads who like walk the aisle of the plane. Like my hurt so bad. I was like,
Movie.
this. I fear I'm an at-home movie girl these days.
Oh, but you have to
unless
go to,
it's
like-
I pick, yeah.
Yeah, go to like a comfy one or Sinopolis has like comfy ones. AMC too, like AMC Dolby's really comfortable. But I just like, do you eat when you go to the movies? Like I like to go to eat. That's why I go.
Yes. Oh my god, I love popcorn in nacho cheese. It's my favorite thing.
Me too. I never
Do
knew
you
that about
really?
you. That's all I do. Even at home, I'll like take Tostitos and cheese and then put the popcorn on top of it.
Wait, that's my favorite thing in the
That's
world.
crazy.
Wait, we're so connected.
I never knew that about you. That's so
and a
weird.
big icy, a big
Yeah.
Samal.
Just give me all that red 40.
Wait, I want that now. I love Red 40
Oh
more
my
than
god, so good. Do you get
everyone
but I
I
like
know.
the blue ice. I do like a blue ice.
Blue's my favorite.
Oh my god, we're
connected.
Do you ever feel I can never eat that combo with anyone but Moses? I think if I go with anyone else, I will never do that. Because don't you feel like a monster when you're eating them?
I'm like getting popcorn all over everyone.
Mine is like cheese down
I'm
my
too
shirt
shameless.
after.
I'm like too shame. Amari was telling me that Isabella was telling him the other day that I was getting my nails done in my bed while eating WINGSTOP off my chest and like just
you
like
love-
hearing it back from someone else. I was like, that's embarrassing.
Eating
Like,
off your chest is wild.
it's just like the having just
Especially when you're like do tanner, like self tanner. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's the goal is not to get anything on me, but it just never happens that way. I need to change my eating
you're
habits.
not like putting it on your chest and eating from your chest. It just happens to drop on there.
No, like the tray. Like I'm laying and like the, you know,
okay.
it's like in a to-go box.
You're
But
pretty
like,
like on your bare skin, just like throw it
that's
on.
like, that's fetish territory.
So it's like that's great. Okay, a tray on your chest makes more sense.
Yeah, but
for
just
sure.
I love to eat in bed, but like my eating habits are so bad. Like I feel bad for Makoa sometimes. I'm like, Jesus.
Wait, the eating in bed is kind of wild. I'm trying to think. I eat
That's
when
my
I
red
watch
flag.
TV. You like to eat in bed. Don't you ever feel like, what if ants come in?
Yes, but
They
it
ever
doesn't stop me.
The ants never come in?
I've probably had ants before.
We have ants. We don't
Looking-
even eat in bed. And we have
Yeah.
ants that come sometimes. And they just come like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like, knock on wood, no ants for me, but like, I don't know.
That's your
It's-
superhero, super talent.
Actually, too afraid.
Yeah, they're like too much food.
The ants are scared of me, babe.
They're like, We're not coming in the bed.
Like, oh
That's
my God,
crazy
that's
to
so
get your
true.
nails done in bed while eating Wingstop. Wingstop is my new obsession. This week I've had Wingstop literally 3
Me
times
too.
for breakfast. They open at like 9 a.m. and you can get wings.
No way.
I'm an early person, so I'm always just like, what can I eat before the podcast? And we film at like 10, and then like 9 a.m. you get it. What's your sauce you get there?
Hot honey rub.
Wait, I don't think that's an option on Postmates. I've seen everyone do this.
Oh, baby, I'm ordering
Hot
it.
honey rub?
It's
Because I've seen everyone doing this, but I can't get it.
It is so up insane. I honestly didn't even really like. I love Wingstop Ranch, but I didn't even really like Wingstop that much until I tried.
Is it really hot?
No, and it's just gorgeous.
Okay, I
it's
wanna
like
try
everything
it.
Dobrik's thought they were doing with that hot honey pizza. You know what
They
I mean?
have a hot honey pizza. Have you tried
Sam,
it?
why do I know this? It's like
Did you
delete
go?
it.
You went to Dobrik's
No,
Pizza?
I've never tried Dobrik's Pizza.
I want
It's
to.
just Prince Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you know?
And I love Prince Street. Yeah, it's a ghost kitchen.
No way. But it's like
I'm such a.
Wait, how do you know?
I just know.
Really? That's wild. Because they have
I
like
don't know how I
their
know.
pizza looks good, like the vodka pizza and
It
stuff
does
is
look good. It really does.
That's crazy. Wait, so back to because the Wingstop is like my thing, but I just never like. Do you get the boneless or you get the bone in, or do
I
you
get
get like
the
chicken
tenders.
strips? The tenders, yeah.
Yes, because I just want to dunk.
Why have you never done that on TikTok? Because that's what people do. They like dunk it really close to the camera so it looks huge and just like eat
Oh,
it.
I'm dumb. I should. And I love the
good.
corn. They have like Cajun corn.
So hard to eat with lipstick because my lips like go down and touch my lip. But
Same. I like always think I'm gonna lose a veneer. I don't care. And I put the lemon pepper on the corn. The lemon pepper seed. Oh my
I love
God.
the lemon pepper tenders.
I'm like salivating, drooling right now.
Me
It sounds
too.
so good.
No, I don't know what it is. This whole week we've been ordering Wingstop like every single day.
Same. It's so good.
I love
get
mango
like
habanero.
so
Have you
good.
tried the sweet chili glaze?
No.
That one's like new that everyone's doing. That one's really good.
But I love a sweet chili moment so much. I
I don't even like sauce. I don't
Yeah.
like sauce.
Whoa, I didn't even think about
And I'm
that.
obsessed with these chickens.
I love your sauce era. Okay.
This is why I'm
'Cause
entering right
it is-
now.
Sometimes we'll be eating a meal and I'll just watch her eat something without sauce, and I'm like, how do you not
Yeah,
want
you're a
the
sauce queen.
I am like sauce in my veins.
Yeah.
Like it hurts
I'm
me.
getting
that
there. Because even the cheese sauce after we had Taco Bell that day, I did order Taco Bell this morning. I've been just in a really bad junk food kick.
Me
I don't
too.
know what it is.
This week I have been like just consuming everything inside. I like got on the treadmill and tried to like be a healthy girl yesterday.
I did see
And
the
I
new
was just,
treadmill
like,
or the
yes,
old?
the new
Bougie.
one. It is nice. I didn't need it. I thought it had a television in it. It's like, do your
Oh,
research.
yeah, and it was just to
But-
watch. Do you watch the guy do fitness? Did you pay?
Hell never. I'm not
I
paying
saw
for
your
that.
TikTok.
I put YouTubers on the TV behind me and called it a day. But
What do you watch on YouTube? I don't watch any YouTube. Who do you watch?
what are their names? Logan and what? Logan and Julian. They're these random TikTok boys, and they're super funny on TikTok. They remind me of my like Vegas friends, so I've been watching a lot of their YouTube
What do they do?
videos. Just like talk and like vlog, but like very authentic. Like it's like I hate when people get all YouTubeified and like weird. Like they really remind me of my like hometown friends.
Would you go collab with them?
Yes, I would. Honestly, I think they're so
I
funny.
miss the era of you collabing with everyone. Like
Just
you would pop-
strangers.
like literally, like Alex Warren's house. You're like there. You know what I mean? Like
the other day I was thinking about like me and Corinna Kopf like twerking on Key and Lolly for a video. I was
Wait,
like, girl,
what?
turn the camera off. Like
wait, why didn't you know you were friends with her like that?
back in the day, we were friends for like an era. It didn't last too long.
God, I
but
didn't know that. What did you guys have in common?
I'm trying
Was
to.
she? I feel like she was always like, oh, I only slept with like 3 guys.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, more just like
The
like,
image.
Yeah, like doing stuff for
David
video.
really gave her like the whole vibe, and I was just like, that's like crazy. 'Cause she's like, I slept with like 2 people. I was like, that's crazy. He keeps calling you a.
Yeah, that's wild. I definitely
she
was
just went
a slut, but you know,
Same.
Yeah, my slut era was just so. It's so wild.
It
to
was a
think
good.
about
It's a
now.
good era to have to like get out of your system.
100%. And some people, exactly that. It's just some people, it's in your system.
It's in your system.
Like some people have no desire and like go off, but like
Yeah.
you couldn't stop me.
Me too, especially in LA. You're just kind of like, what can I do tonight? You know, or who can I do
Yes,
tonight? It was just
quite
such a-
literally.
Yeah,
We were like, oh my God, you inspired me. Well, you were talking to me about a music video of mine while we were filming Not Loveline.
Love, yes.
And
Did
so,
you react to 'em?
yeah, I reacted to all of them, and all your reaction
Yes!
videos. You like inspired me to start a reaction series on my YouTube channel.
Oh, so you're doing it for your YouTube?
Yeah.
So did you react to all of them?
I reacted to all of my music videos and features last night. And then we were just talking about the amount of guys I was like or wanting to that were like involved with my music career last night. I
Oh,
was like,
that's slay. I
you
wish that would. Oh my God, that's everything.
Such a whore.
That's why male musicians do it, right? It's like, sleep with girls and stuff like that. Why can't girls do it?
And you just meet like the hotties. Like I was just, I don't know.
Like people in your video or people like around it?
Well, I guess the conversation started because one of the guys in my music video, like I wanted him.
The FaceTime one?
Yes, I wanted him biblically.
I remember being like, is she dating this person? Like you guys were like so cute in the video. It was just an actor?
Yeah, but I knew him really well because he was on a show with Bella Thorne. So we would like hang out a lot. Sometimes he would like flirt and I'd be like, oh my God, does he want me?
But
like,
never hooked up.
No, and good for him. I think it's just like his image was, he didn't need all that.
Did you ever try?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I was just like throwing myself at him, like flirting so hard. He would flirt back, but it just never ended up happening. And like we were different people.
Wait,
you know?
that's so crazy. I
Charlie
don't know.
DePue. Wait,
who is it? What's it?
His name's Charlie DePue.
I said Charlie Puth. I was like, that's crazy.
No, I would have at that time.
Really?
At that time, I think I would have like my mailman. You know?
Yeah, there was definitely an era. I should not even judge because like you had like hot guys. I was just dating like literal trolls. Like,
it was half and half.
You had troll
I
era?
loved lizards.
The lizards and trolls.
Yeah, I loved the lizards and the trolls.
I mean, ugly guys have some swag. You know what I mean? Like they're just ugly, but also confident.
They have to overcompensate for it. But that's the crazy thing, though, is that an ugly guy will f you over the same way as a hot guy.
Kind of worse, honestly.
Because they bag you, and then they're like, oh, I'm him, you know, and then they just...
No, everybody I've ever like seriously dated was like not attractive, and they were just like the worst people. And I was like, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
So then when you meet someone that's like attractive and they're like nice, you're like, oh damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is just wild that those exist in the world. All of it.
That's crazy. So you like would throw yourself, like when you say throw yourself, like what does that mean? Because I've never been, and this is again, I date trolls, so I've never been like rejected where I like threw myself at someone. But how does that happen?
Amari was making fun of me last night for my like f me eyes. Like I would really be looking at people like.
Oh, but you weren't like rubbing and like stop.
No.
That's not bad. Then you weren't giving out like too many signals then.
Yeah, not like borderline assault. Just like
But you know when like a guy like starts touching you, you're like, oh no, that's not happening.
Yes.
You never had a guy pull away from you like that. Like, oh no.
Trisha, like I don't even want to be like, no, that's never happened. Because like it's me. Like probably.
No, I feel like no though, because like girls, and I always say this to all the girls out there who are like insecure or like can't find someone to hook up. I'm like, every guy will want to hook up with you. Like if they don't care. Like if they're already in the bedroom, like they're down to hook up with you.
That is half of our advice on Not Loveline. We're like, men are trash. Just go for it, diva.
Yeah, like never feel insecure around men because they are trash. Like and but they all want to sleep with you. You know what I mean?
It's so true. And if they don't, there is someone else out there. You
that
know?
definitely does. But I feel like if they're in your bedroom, they want to sleep with you.
For sure. What are you doing? Like decorating my room with me? Yeah, no.
But I feel like it's the opposite. Sometimes girls will be like, well, like go to the. I was like that a couple times. Like you go to the bedroom, you don't think, especially when it's early, that's like what that meant. I thought like we're really watching a movie, and then like, oh no, that's like code.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, that is true.
But it shouldn't be that way. You should just be. If they're like come up and watch a movie, then you should just be expected to watch a movie.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that.
You know, but
because sometimes you just want to watch a movie. It's like you don't want to ride. That's exhausting.
But I was coerced into it every time. Like, no, you didn't think we were actually watching a movie. I'm like, well, I did think that. But yeah, actually, no, you can just do that. That's fine. Yeah. Don't feel like you have to. Then I felt pressured. Like, well, you came up here. And I was like, okay, you're right. I guess I will.
That's so sad. Yeah. Men are just so disgusting. I'm like, really, I've been crashing out over it. You know, like even just during filming Not Loveline, like I'll start screaming at the camera, poor Trisha. It's like men are just.
Oh, I know. I feel like just that whole like dating and stuff.
Because we just get a lot of girls who like feel the pressure, I feel like is the best way to say it. Like feel pressured to do things for their boyfriend they don't want to do. Feel pressured to be something they're not, to attain a guy. Like just so much pressure. And it makes me so sad because obviously I've been there so many times and like you just want to go shake these girls calling in.
Or when they're like, oh, there's an ultimatum. Like if you love me, you'll do this. And
so many ultimatums. Like we always are getting a girl calling. Like my boyfriend said that if I don't let him my chest that like he doesn't. I'm dead. This was a call.
That was our Patreon today. I had to actually take out the word, you can bleep this, Jimmy, and this play. There was like in the title, Jimmy put in the chat. I'm like, let me take that out because that seems like a little much on the Patreon.
So wild.
But we do answer all those questions on there, and we have been posting every day. People love the Patreon too. It's like my favorite.
I love it. It's like cathartic. It's just so fun. I feel like because we don't talk about like nasty anywhere else.
We can't. Like YouTube, we used to, and I feel like we can't. And yeah, same thing. It's just like even just being older and like being in a relationship, you're kind of like, well, let me not just put everything on blast. Out there. But then Patreon's like behind this paywall, and because it's so safe. Adult, they can't post it on TikTok because TikTok will ban it. So we found the little like loophole.
Yes, and we honestly also just like have so much lore. I feel like even sexually, like in the bedroom, that we like you and I learned some crazy about each other.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. And then when you know that much about someone, it almost makes you feel more comfortable because you're like, oh my God, we all just do this. You know, we're all just kind of weird. And we always talk about how sex is weird and how like actually it is kind of like
animalistic.
Just for like 20 minutes, you're just there, however long.
Grunting.
So we have 20 minutes, but
20 minutes is fine by me. Okay.
Yeah, people, I don't say that, or even I said 10 minutes, like only 10 minutes. I'm like, y'all, we have like nap times. Like we have a certain like time frame to get it in.
And like just bust the nut, call it a day. Like sometimes it's like 3 hours. I would rather jump off of a bridge. 3 hours? No.
That's crazy.
Just thinking about like doing that now.
Do you think people do that for real? Because I'm like, when people say that, I'm like, there's no way. How are you doing? What are you doing? That's so boring after 3 hours. Come on.
I feel like I've had some moments like that in my life. Even with Makoa.
Straight? I get to like starting, stopping.
Yeah.
Straight is crazy.
A couple times Makoa and I have done that, but it's like,
oh my God.
It's just exhausting. And it's like at the end of it, it's like, oh my God, I'm disgusting.
I feel like that's kind of a slay. It just seems kind of boring.
No, exactly.
Give me a TikTok or something.
Do you ever like have a movie on while you're having like catch yourself watching the movie?
No, we're so quiet. Everything's quiet. No music, no anything.
Oh, wow.
When people had music on, I was like, that's distracting.
No way.
I love it quiet.
I love it. I'm like,
we're very somber.
I love that though. I don't mind that.
Just everything.
That feels more connected.
Yeah, I've never done it so silent, but we love it. We're silent. What's the movie? Quiet Place. That's what What movie would describe your sex life?
What movie? That's so funny.
What would yours be?
Wow. Grown-ups.
Oh.
Like we're just so grown up about it now.
That is, okay, I love that.
Which I like. I almost think for so long I thought that all had to be like, hit me with your rings on, king. Like, and it's like, oh my God, like have some eye contact, have some missionary. Like
your past was Fight Club.
Yes, quite literally. Yes. Like, oh my, and I think that's so fun now and again, but it's also nice to just connect and be normal people.
Yeah. Just like, enjoy the weirdness of it all. And just nice about it.
Dial it back. Like it's, I don't know. I think
and when you're long distance, like Makoa's in Hawaii now, are you just so busy, like you don't think about it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, obviously we're going to pull out the wand now and again. You got to, sometimes you can't like, you got to be clear headed. And sometimes that involves busting.
It's our Patreon, patreon.com. That's not Loveline.
Jesus Christ. Like Jesus. But, yeah, it's nice too to just be like work focused. And when he's gone.
Like 26 is still like so young where I feel like I was always like wanting to have 26.
I feel 80.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Because you think because you were so like, again, I was like promiscuous too, but like just had so much, you're just kind of like, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah. Like I was just I got all of the like fun out. Like it's not that I'm not fun and don't have fun, but like this is fun to me now. Like it's like I'm just not wild anymore in any capacity. It's like even just like my body hurts so much that I'm like, I can't imagine being 50, like double the way I feel now. That's why I'm really trying to prioritize health, but I'm not. I'm eating WINGSTOP off my chest. Like,
well, I feel like, I like to, What is your number one priority when you like are trying to do health? What do you change first? Thank you to the sponsor of today's podcast, Kick Off 2025, New Year. January. Does it feel like a hangover for your credit? Well, get Kickoff, the #1 credit building app in the App Store. Common problems a lot of people face. You had too much fun in your 20s and went wild with credit cards. Guilty right here. You lost a job, had unexpected expense, or just behind on bills. Guilty, guilty, guilty. You forget to pay. You were denied for a loan or car financing. Happened to me. You were denied a job or apartment application. Happened to me. You just didn't know how important credit works. I think that is very true. Sometimes no credit history is not good either. So start building your credit up today with Kickoff. Kickoff Basic starts at just $5 a month, or you can get their premium, which is even more powerful feature-packed plan for just $20 a month. Kickoff gives you a credit line just for credit building and reports it to the 3 major credit bureaus, which is super important for anything you want in life. If you want to get credit card, house, loans, credit is important. For me personally, I just would forget to make payments. It could be a small payment of like $20 and I would forget to pay. With Kickoff, they have the automatic payment set up so you don't have to worry about physically writing something, logging in on dates, because let's just face it, life gets busy. Kickoff is a credit line that's just for credit building. If your credit is under 600, you could jump like 28 points in your first month. Kickoff is a smart, legit credit hack with no catch, no credit check, no hidden fees, and no interest. It's simple. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see good behavior, and your credit grows fast. It's very simple. We make credit so complicated. I don't know why. But with Kickoff, it makes it very easy. Set up that auto pay and never have to worry about missing a payment. Start building credit immediately for only $1 your first month. Sign up in minutes from your phone, no credit check, and cancel at any time. Kickoff is the #1 credit building app out there. It has over 100,000 positive reviews on the App Store, and 98% are 5 stars. Shake off that credit hangover and look forward to brighter credit with Kickoff. Get your first month for just $1 at getkickoff.com/Trish today. That's 80% off Kickoff without the C. That's getkickoff.com/Trish. Must sign up via getkickoff.com/Trish to activate offer. Offer applies to new customers first month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Point start based on Equifax Vantage Score 3.0. Changes for Kickoff users starting under 600 who made their first on-time payment between January 2021 and March 2024. Payment and credit activity outside Kickoff can have an impact on your credit. Individual results may vary.
I guess diet is important, like supplements and all that shit, and like just rest as well, like hydration, like just all the stupid things that you think mean nothing, but when they're all done together, right, you do feel better.
Yeah.
I think even with touring too, it's like, I think I'm leaving for tour soon. We were talking about this.
Oh my God, I know. This was a topic. Oscar's like, ask about the future of Cancelled. And you guys were on a tour. He said you already saw a set. He said there's a set that was already shown?
No, well, we shot on someone's set, but our set's being built right now.
So you are building a set?
Yes.
But the thing that's been shown, because he's like, yeah, they have a new set. I was like, how did you see it? Because I kind of knew from what you told me, but then I was like, I was like looking, I'm like, where is this set?
No, Oscar, our Oscar.
Right.
He has a set in like North Hollywood, so we just went and shot there.
Oh, got it.
But
you're building a set and going on tour.
Building a set and going on tour.
Okay.
I think it's just, I have to really get in the right headspace to tour right. It's like, these are the weeks where I should be like focusing on a workout regimen, focusing on vitamins and supplements, because all those things matter so much. Because of how draining it is. Yeah.
And so when you meet so many people too, like you're just obviously like going through, like who knows, some people don't even know they're sick, so you just always have to be. That's what I did. I did like zinc. I was doing like everything about airborne.
Emergency every single day on tour is so vital, because like I've toured sick and it is like just... It's the worst thing in the world. It's because it's, I mean, obviously, very much like the show must go on, but it's like you want to die. I'll take so much Dayquil and just put myself in a Dayquil coma. I know you don't like talking about the bowel movements, but I had a stomach bug. Those are proper words.
That's cute.
During a week of shows too, and I had to run off stage during the shows. Amari came out in place of me. It was so embarrassing.
Oh, you were very me on Not Loveline. I remember I kept having to go upstairs, and like luckily it was you, and I didn't feel like embarrassed. But I mean, I did. But then I was like, when I know about these stories, I was like, okay, you get it.
It's me.
Having to go to the bathroom when you just went to the bathroom is crazy.
It is like the worst.
Actually, can I go again? Like, it's so embarrassing.
No, but my stomach is always like bubbling. I just,
Mine too, actually. Lately.
Yeah,
we're
you know what I
guts.
mean? Yeah, we're bubble gut surprise girlies, and that's okay. Okay. And it's honestly, it made me feel closer to you.
Yeah, same.
Like, weirdly, I loved it. Like,
usually,
I'm not kidding.
When I do podcasts, I normally don't eat, but before that, I had a WINGSTOP, and I was just like, oh, and I think we were Taco Bell. So like everything was just a lot. And this morning too, I had like Taco Bell, and I was like, I could go for a WINGSTOP,
Well, and you just like need the carb energy almost to like be there mentally. Even right now, I had eggs and avocados for breakfast, and I feel like faint though. Like I needed some bread or something.
Eggs and avocado is very healthy. When I eat hard-boiled eggs in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I'm so skinny, but then it's like I'm so hungry too.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Like
we can get the what was it? Hot honey rub, sweet chili glaze.
I would love to.
Okay, we'll order.
We should.
This. Yeah,
so good. What else were we craving? Buca de Beppo.
Oh yeah, the carbonara.
So good.
Is that your favorite pasta dish?
No, I think I'm a penne alla vodka girl.
Oh my god, that is like my fave. It's hard to find a good one.
Tagliatelle.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that. What's that?
It's like the long kind of flat noodles with like beef and like beef.
Where do you get that from?
I think they probably have it at like a Buca de Beppo. It's common. What about you? What's your favorite? You like butter noodles a lot.
Well, butter noodles, but I have more extravagant these days. Fettuccine, baked ziti, lasagna.
I've been craving lasagna so hard these past few days.
He makes the best, but it takes like 4 hours to make. He makes such good lasagna.
Please.
When we had No, we actually should one day. When New Year's Day was the last time we made it, because it takes so freaking long now. We made it on New Year's Day. It takes 4 hours, but it's like the best. He makes it so much cheese and meat and just like ricotta. It's like so freaking good. Yeah.
I actually just like got turned on, like levitating.
Okay, literally next time, because he doesn't come Not Loveline, so like maybe next time we can can like make the lasagna because it's actually so. I know we keep talking about it, but we actually have to.
I need to try it.
We have a date. February 7th is our next Not Loveline, so maybe we'll like plan it then.
Yes, I love that. That's fun. I honestly, it'd be fun if you and me tried to do it. Like had Moses try to teach us and we filmed us. Like,
well, I started the lasagna trend. I found the recipe, and so because I used to do cooking videos, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna cook it. So I started, but it takes me like literally, it takes him 3 hours. It takes me like 8 hours to make lasagna.
You're lying.
Because it takes so, but we totally can. That would actually be such a fun video because the layering is fun. Mm-hmm. Like it is kind of fun once everything's like made, just like layering it. But it's an art.
And I just want to be more like wifey, chefy. Ashley was like making homemade sourdough in the kitchen this morning, turning them into English muffins, flour all over the island. I was like, literally, like I would sooner die. The cleanup process alone is like, I'll actually like.
Well, you just need to have someone help you clean up because the cleanup process is annoying, but then you just need to have someone help you.
And I'm so like instant gratification that the process of making food is like debilitating to me. Like I'm starving.
You would like cooking. Bread is crazy and like baking is crazy, but I feel like when you smell everything, you can like eat along the way. So when you're making lasagna, you make the meat sauce, so you can like have a little noodle and meat sauce on the way. You know what I mean?
Okay, you're right. That's like,
I love it.
No one's ever told me that. I need to make things where I can eat in each like step.
Yes. Or make
then
it like a video because you're doing like, you're still hanging on strong to like YouTube videos, which I love. And they do well on your channel. I missed that era of like, I thought when TikTok was being banned, we'd all go back to YouTube. And I kind of liked it.
That's kind of why I just want to go back now because I think we talked about this, but like the TikTok ban just was a very prevalent reminder not to put all eggs in one basket and rely on, you know, one thing for relevancy or one thing for entertaining content. And like, I am just a YouTuber at heart. Like it really is the only thing I'm really passionate about. I love podcasting and stuff. Yes, like TikTok is fun and very flippant and putting your thoughts out there. It's nice too, instant gratification, because like sometimes it is just a thought. It's not a whole YouTube video. It's just, you know, but.
Like yours today, I was looking, it was like you in bed, like in the same outfit, same thing, just doing like a random stream of consciousness for like 10 TikToks.
Literally always. Like I hit the joint and I just start talking my
funny.
But I just miss, like, I don't know, putting your all into a YouTube video and it turning out amazing and it resonating with people is like the first thing that ever made me want to be alive. Like literally,
like,
actually,
this is worth living.
Not sewer slide, you know? So it's like, it just holds a different place in my heart, I guess.
But you got, your video was taken down, or you took down your video. Ashley flashing the camera.
Oh, I didn't take it down, but I am just like,
what happened? You said you logged in and what?
I am like a mentally vacant idiot. It's crazy. I edited this video, Trisha. Like I edited it myself, this Target, me going to Target, so wholesome. Like I edited it 1,000 times. I sat there next to Makoa Amari. I replayed the clip 1,000,000 times. And then in the first 2 seconds of the back of the video, she was flashing us in the mirror. And I left it in. It was on my YouTube channel.
Oh, it's just a reflection. It wasn't like the camera. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's what I get for trying to cut a corner, pinch a penny, send it to an editor. Like,
but you love editing. Like, you're good at it.
I mean, I'm just meticulous. Like, even though like it's me and like everything is kind of like ratchet a little and stuff, like I still like things edited my way. Yeah. And like when you send it to an editor, it's going to be a different vision. But sometimes I have to let go. My music video reaction, I sent it to an editor because I was
those
like,
you need for sure.
And I just can't ever watch them again.
Why,
Trisha?
Your music videos are so good.
You are so iconic. Do you hear her? Your music videos are so good. So iconic.
No, they're so good.
It was
my favorite, I told you, was the chow mein, like the cloud nine. I love. You look sunny with the forecast. Like I love it.
She just said it. We reacted to them.
Yes. And I was like, but that one, you're so cute. You have like this little white crop top. We talked about this on Not Loveline, but you're like taking something out of the microwave. You just look so good. Your eyes are just like so good.
You are so sweet. I'm not kidding. Last night afterwards, I had to smoke so much. Like,
why?
I was the visceral reaction because I think at that time, it's just like, it's so funny too, because at that time I would run around telling everyone, like, all these YouTubers have yes men, like, whatever. Like, people needed to tell me no. It's
why? Like, which one do you think was bad?
Oh.
No, you said you made like what was it? The first one you did, half an hour. You said that you made so much. It did so well.
I profited, but at what cost?
It's good. That one's good. The W one is good. I love that one. I'm at the W, taking W's. I'm making W. That's so genius. That was actually so genius.
You're my soulmate, actual bestie. Trisha, yes, on Percocets I was writing them.
That's actually so good. Like,
you're my soulmate. Like, I love you so much. And you're just, again, the rose, because she loves me so much and I love you so much. But it's just, and I think it's like that. I'm sure you can resonate in certain ways. The like prefrontal lobe development content is just a hard watch.
How old are you when you're doing these? Like
19, 18. I was dating Lil Xan. I thought I was Lil Xan.
You're like, I'm a rapper.
I was like, had me influenced. I think at that time, whoever I was I just wanted to be them.
Was he into it too? Was he like, this is good?
No.
Really?
I don't know. I think that I would venture to say most male rappers don't want their like IG baddie girlfriend to all of a sudden be like, no, I'm a rapper too.
I love that. I would think that'd be so slay. I'd be like, yes, love it, supportive.
I don't know. I'm sure he thought it was like funny, but I don't.
It was good. And did you do a tour or were you just singing? Did you sing the whole tour or were you just doing it at the end of something?
No, I did a whole music tour.
Whoa.
But it was so funny because I don't think I knew much. It took me a long time in my career to learn about budget and production. Like I would book a tour and then it would just be me on the stage in camo pants, like rapping with the mic this far away.
So
like,
good though. But people
so
ate it
funny.
up. I mean, I still do it. Like I know there should be like stage production and set design.
No, you slay.
I love just going out there with some like dancers and being like a little karaoke
No, the
hour.
dancers, the videos behind you, the outfit changes. You don't undersell yourself. You have your together.
Someone came into the Beacon after us and they had like a full like little orchestra and steps and like snowmen behind them. I was like, oh, damn, I probably should have put like that.
But you're
effort into
Trisha
it.
Paytas. Like you don't need all that.
I would love to. I don't know how. Like I don't have anyone. Do you have someone helping you with your tour, like a stage manager or?
I have like all the managers, all the like checked boxes of those things. We don't have set design. I might do that this time around. Yeah. Like
it would be cool.
We would because we just take the venue chairs, put them out there with our mics, and talk our. But,
yeah, we do that too.
I do think I want to do maybe a little set design this time.
Are you gonna sing?
No. Hell never.
Wait, why? I feel like a little bit at the end or something would be so cute. Or the beginning to open it up or something.
I would do it for you. If you came to a show, I would do it for you.
I want to come to like a random one. I want to come to like a
That's
Tennessee.
how I feel.
Yeah.
I keep getting tagged in asking if I'm coming to the Trisha Eras tour. And like, obviously I'm coming. Hello, I'm her biggest fan. Yeah. But I'm just trying to decide like which ones I want to go to.
Yeah, I know. We just added LA because like we weren't doing LA, New York. And we just added today actually like LA, New York. So I'm like excited for that because I was like, we probably should because this is probably my only tour. I did 2 tours, but I was like, this is probably my big and only because it's a lot of work.
You say that, but it's so funny because it's like beforehand it's so much. My tour manager put this into like words to me once and I was like, it's so true, but it's like the anxiety leading up and then the way you feel after you need therapy for it, you know, like it's a very interesting feeling. And like when you're in it, you're just in it and like nothing else of your life matters at all. Like everything else gets put on pause.
Well, you're going on a bus tour, so you're not home, which is like wild because like you said, as a house, like you don't want to just like leave your house. Like I thought about a bus tour, I'm like we can't just like all leave the house abandoned for like 2 months.
Yeah, you have to have security or like people there for sure, which is crazy.
Even just like the maintenance of it, like if there's like, you know, a bug that gets in the, bugs in the house or whatever, you have to like make sure if there's a leak, if there's a this, like just little things like that.
It is, and it's so sad for me when I like leave my house and like when I come home, the things I love are just so simple, like coming back home and stuff. But when it's all said and done, all the emotions, that whole roller coaster, like now I look back at the tour last year and I'm like, God, I want to do it again. Like it's addicting.
Oh, for sure. I felt like that too. I was like, oh my God, Christmas show is going to be so much work. And then I like loved it. And it is like a lot, but I loved it so much. And I was like, oh, but it's hard for me because I'm like going by myself and going out on the weekends. So I'm just like, and then I'm like you too, where it's like, I just want to come home and like see my kids. But I love it so much too. And I've never had so much like support ever.
And it makes you feel, I don't know why this made me want to cry, but like feel like you have purpose, like feel like just seeing all of the people who love you and support you for you, like in the crowds and everyone just, I feel like your show it's similar. It's a similar feeling in the sense that it's like the girls and the gays having one big sleepover kiki moment where you just like forget about the rest of the world. And it's beautiful.
My shows are always like most of the time like solo. Like people come by themselves. Like if they're like, I'm just coming here for the meet and greet, and they just all like make friends with each other. So there's so many. Because I'll go to the meet and greets and I'm like, are you guys together? And they're like, no, we're all just like met each other today. And I was like, that's so cool.
Which is so cool. And then like over the years of touring, I have people come back and be like, we met at your show years ago and we became friends. Like it's because everyone has that same. You have to be similar to love and support either one of us. So die hard, you know.
I have people that have come to like the very first show in Anaheim in like 2017. It's Quentin who's been to all my shows. He still comes. Brian, 3 of them came to my wedding. Brian, Daniel and Catherine came to my wedding because they like came to all. And I told them this year,
Brian, I love him.
Oh, Brian Dakota. Yeah. He loves Sabrina. He stands Sabrina, Paris, me, Queens.
Addison. He has taste.
He knows. He's like a tastemaker. He's been with Sabrina since like the beginning, like obsessed with her, and I love him.
That's
and he comes to all the shows. And
and that's so cool that you invited them to your wedding. I should absolutely do that. Like Daniel, I just have so many like.
Would you have a
different
Daniel
fans.
too? Is it the same Daniel?
I wonder if it's the same Daniel.
Daniel Perez.
It's not the same Daniel.
Oh, okay, different day. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And they're so great. And like this tour, I'm like literally any city because they always like get meet and greets. I'm like, just tell me, like, just you can just come
Literally,
in.
I get mad at them. It's like there should be a punch card, right? Like after you pay for 3 shows,
like frozen yogurt. Yeah.
Give me a call.
They get a lifetime because they've always been. And I had a flop tour where we were booking venues for like 600 people and like 50 people would show up.
Me too. Come on.
And they would be there and they were so hyped about it. Even when I did those shows and only like 50 people showed up, I mean, everyone was still so hyped. So
those shows are fun because you can say anything on stage.
That's true. No one was cared.
I love the undersold shows because I'm like, holy, like I'm giving you guys everything.
Not as much pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love a sold out show. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's that part.
I'll just put that out to the universe.
Yes, you're so right. You ate with that. No notes.
But my shows used to be at noon too. My other tours were noon.
Me too. The matinees.
Wait, why was that?
And I wanted to.
How the hell did you do a noon
Well, I
show?
was like 18, so even my audience was also really young. So
were you
in order
with full screen? Were they touring? Yes, mine too. That's so weird.
Yes.
I wonder if it was because it was like cheaper or something to do at noon. Probably
it was definitely cheaper. I think that the matinees also allowed under 18 people to come.
Oh, maybe.
And a lot of the internet audience weren't. Because a lot of these venues are 21 plus or 18 plus after a certain time and stuff.
Yeah, we're doing a couple casinos. Have you done casinos?
I have, and it's my dream. It's my favorite. Because, like, you obviously have those hours before we have nothing to do or after the show where you want to kind of do stuff with everyone, and I go gamble my heart out.
Oh,
so I love it.
I'm excited. Yeah, we're going to Atlantic City. There's a casino there. We're going to Foxwoods, and then we're going to the Cosmopolitan in Vegas. I'm like, where do they perform there?
The Cosmo at the Chelsea?
Yeah.
That's what we did. Oh, my God, I can't even think about it without crying. It was like amazing. And
was it good? Oh, okay, good.
It's amazing. The staff is amazing. The green rooms, you feel so.
Oh, I'm excited.
You feel so
Really?
famous. Like it's and all just like Adam Sandler performed there. I saw him there. Like
I'm
Chelsea
excited.
Handler has a residency there right now. Like it is just such an iconic. And they put you on those big billboards and marquees on the strip, Trisha.
Yes, they just added it today too. We added 5 more shows today. And I was like,
When you get the billboard on the strip, go shoot with it.
Oh
I
my
didn't know I
gosh.
had mine until like right before, and I didn't, and I
didn't
regretted
get
it.
any? Oh,
I got
no.
iPhone photos with it, but
Yeah.
like have a moment.
Yeah,
it
you're
is
like
like
a photographer.
huge on the strip. It's so.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, they said that today, and I was like, okay, cool.
Are you still gonna stay at Harrah's even though you have a show at the Cosmo?
I say at Cosmo for that one.
I was at Resorts World and they were like, "Why don't you bring Trisha?" And I was like, "Listen, she loves Harrah's.
I do love Harrah's.
Loves Harrah's.
I want a residency there.
They'll give you one, babe."
Daddy Osmond has a residency there.
Yes,
and
he
I would
does.
love to just perform next to him
I
every
would
night.
love to go with you to see him.
Please.
Can we make our first trip Vegas? And then, because I know we're planning all these couples vacays, which we do need to do, like an Amangiri serve or something. But I would love to go to Vegas and bring Holly.
Yes, my show's April 12th. Maybe we can go see Donnie before.
I would literally
Hopefully it's not
die.
Coachella weekend. I don't know. Because I said
That's my Coachella. I'm sorry. Trisha Paytas and Donnie Osmond.
Have you ever seen him?
No, I haven't, and I would love to. And my middle name is Marie after Marie Osmond.
That's crazy.
So,
I love Donnie and Marie together. Okay, I think you'd gag for it.
I would get. I love Vegas shows too. And like, have you seen? I just went and saw Bad Apple or Mad Apple. I forget what it's called. It's at the New York.
Mad
It's
Apple?
the newest Cirque du Soleil show.
Oh.
And it was all gays like doing backflips and like New York themed, and it was so.
You love a Cirque show? I can't get into Cirque too much.
Really?
I mean,
smoke a little before.
Okay, maybe that's it. I need to they're so talented, of course. I saw like a Michael Jackson one, and it was like good.
I saw that one too, though, and that was like.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's podcast, Adam and Eve. Oh gosh, we love Adam and Eve for more reasons than one. We have been working with Adam and Eve, me personally, on my YouTube channel for literally the past 8 years. I also use them in my personal life. They're wonderful. Their toys just keep getting more and more exciting. It's a perfect gift for you or a loved one, your partner, a friend, a gag gift that they'll actually use in real life or to gag. You have got to take advantage of this brand new deal from Adam and Eve at adamandeve.com/justtrisha. Go to adamandeve.com/justtrisha and pick any 4 toys for just $20. This is absolutely the best deal they have ever offered, and you deserve the best Valentine's ever. Plus, it's such a great deal. Think of all the people you can give the gifts to. Think of all of it you could keep for yourself. It's going to be hard to compete with you this year if you're getting your toys at Adam and Eve. There's a limited time offer, so get your 4 toys while supplies last. There's something for everyone. 4 toys for $20, literally saving up to $175 with this exclusive offer. Take a look at adamandeve.com/justtrish to see what 4 toys will be yours for just $20. Go to adamandeve.com/justtrish. It's the only way to get this offer. We love you, Adam and Eve. We love you guys for supporting Adam and Eve. They're great. They're tried. They're true. They're going to make your Valentine's Day very spicy, very fun, and leave the guesswork out of it. Love you, Adam and Eve.
Definitely different. More emotional, like more...
Yeah. It's that one where they like flop into water.
Oh, yeah.
Which one? Ka.
It's like
I've never seen... Have I seen Caw? I think I have, actually. With like Bella Thorne, but I think I was...
Donnie Osmond's favorite Cirque show is O. He told me to go see it so many times and I
it was
never
the best
have.
one. Because it's
really?
budge. Like they range in... Even like the Mad Apple tickets were like $79, whereas like O tickets are like a couple hundred, you know?
Would you ever like guest star at a Cirque show?
Oh my... Yes,
Why
I can't do anything. I can't even put my legs behind I can't touch my toes.
I feel like Holly did that or something in Holly's World, like a Cirque guest or something.
But that's just... Because she could do that. You know, like
you could too. I would love to see you in a Cirque
touch
show.
my toes, but I would go out there.
I can't either. Well, maybe we'll train for that, like train for a Cirque show.
I want to be flexible. It'd be so...
David Blaine, the magician? I don't know if I can get behind magicians.
I just saw him. It was actually really cool.
You love him?
So random because Bella Porch went out there.
Wait, David Blaine brought out Bella Porch?
But, like, not announcing her as Bella Porch. Like, I think she was just there, like, on a date or something. And, like,
That's a blunt rotation. That's funny.
I was like, what the...
One time I was so rude to David Blaine by accident at a party. He like, dude, I don't remember exactly what happened. So I'm like kind of making this up as I go, but I know I was rude. Like he like was doing magic tricks. And I was like, I didn't know it was him. And I was like just talking to him like he was some like Silver Lake man doing magic. Like I was like, oh, cool trick. It's David Blaine.
Wait, why was he doing magic at a party? Just like randomly?
This was like that time when David Dobrik would like bring him everywhere.
Oh, was it a David Dobrik vlog?
It wasn't for a vlog though. He just like brought him. I think it was like Stassi Baby's birthday. Because I know Kylie Jenner was there. It was like someone like that. I don't know. And David Blaine was just there doing magic. Like, but that time was so weird. You just like walk into a bar and David Dobrik would have David Blaine with him, like eating glass. Like.
That is wild. That is so crazy. Were you David? You didn't know who he was then?
No, I did because Vegas, but I just didn't recognize his face. I think I was like hammered.
Yeah, I think I would recognize David Blaine. I was always more of a Chris Angel girly. I think I'm still at the Planet Hollywood. I have a picture with him, but obviously not anymore because now I'm friends with Holly Madison.
I was obsessed though too. Well, you know,
I really was. I was at a book signing at like 15 with him. I was like, I was obsessed a long time, and then when he finally like acknowledged me and like was like, "Do you want to come like be a part of the show?" I was like, "Yes," and I was like so obsessed, but then I knew like the Holly.
It also had its time. Like Holly got in at the peak of him being like so cool.
So cool. And then she was just in Vegas, so they were just like a cool couple.
Like literally like Pam and Tommy-esque almost, you know?
I always wanted to be with someone like that for that reason. I was like, I'm going to be
100% same. I was like dying on that hill. I thought I would get married like that. I didn't want anything else.
But then you like see, like, did you watch the Pam and Tommy show?
And I was so toxically obsessed.
Yes,
it's and their love story is just heartbreaking though.
Yeah.
Like truly heartbreaking. Like I know what that's like, you know, and then that feeling of just like, you know, like I feel like he was her one true love, and
just like being in love, but just like not the right time.
I know like Brittany Ferlin apologists hate when people say like but I just forever hope they get back together.
Oh, what? That's what.
I hope Pam and Tommy.
I'm scared.
Yeah, that's good for you.
They're great.
Yeah,
they seem happy.
Yeah, they do seem. Yeah, she just started talking. So I'm letting my truth fly, you know? And
I'm scared.
And well, obviously, my number one thing, I'm such a Pamela Anderson stan. I just want to see her thrive, and whatever that means.
That's the thing when you're like obsessed with Pam. It's like Britney. It's like anything. It's like you're just obsessed with them and them only. Yeah, it's like no one else.
She doesn't need anyone. She's Pam Anderson.
That's how I felt with the Oscars when she wasn't even on me. I'm like, not watching it. Trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like
snubbed.
Yeah.
I love us having not seen the movie and saying snubbed. But like so real. Like
because you know she ate. And I was just like, and I haven't seen any of the movies except for Wicked. I haven't seen Substance. I haven't seen Amelia Press. So I don't know.
You haven't seen The Substance?
No. Is it good? Do you think it's
I think it would like really, because you don't like gross things.
Yeah, it's gross.
It is really like queasy.
What?
Like, even Makoa doeses't ever get queasy, and him watching it, he was, like, watching it like this.
Like, what is it? Like, what is it queasiness? You can probably explain to me and I won't get queasy.
Yeah, no, it's almost like, it's shot very, I don't know if it is A24 or if it's just shot like an A24 film, but, like, even like things that aren't gross, like, do you know how they can just be shot so like close up and the sounds, like even just like someone pouring a drink in a glass, the way they do it, they're like cracking eggs like close up, and like the sounds and like just everything is gross. And obviously like she's, you know, crawling out of her back, and like it is like gory almost, and like even just like shooting the substance into the veins, it's like close up needles, like it's meant to be like truly clenching, unsettling through and through.
It's like a horror film then, kind of.
Very much so. Very much so.
It's crazy it's getting so much acclaim for being like that kind of movie.
Honestly though, it like, I've never seen a movie like it. It might have been my favorite movie of last year, and I'm not like, I don't think I've ever thought a horror movie was my favorite movie, but like the message, because I too also think that like movies have tried to talk about the addiction to the beauty standard and like societal, just like the beauty standard, and like doing it in that way, like almost in a disgusting way, leaves you with so much more of a like pit of disgust in your stomach than just like a sad movie about the beauty standard. Like
why are we doing this?
Yeah, like it was so unsettling and sad and
What can you
dark.
give a spoiler? You guys can skip ahead. Can you give a spoiler? What happens at the end? She dies or what?
No, the ending is actually like, spoiler alert. Yeah. But the ending is actually like just not what you would think it would be at all. Like it is like just disgusting. Like, well, so each time that they, because like 1 week on, 1 week off. Yeah. Right? Like Demi Moore's off, hole in her back, like dead in a closet for a week while the other like doing the splits on TV. And then like she comes back, you know, and then like the young is dead for a week while Demi lives. But if they cross over at all, like let's say like the young girl, if she takes 8 days instead of 7, that like depreciates Demi's body. Like, so it starts off with her like a finger dying. Like she comes back after 8 days and like her finger's black and dead. And she's like, wait, what's happening to me? And it's like, you have to respect the balance. So by the end of it, she is decrepit and disgusting. And I'm like morphed, like on the head and like teeth on the back and like hair coming. Oh
and
my God.
And she has to live like that? She's like living like that?
Yes. And then it's just so sad because it's like you did this to yourself.
But so like so she's feeling the young girl. Like they're the same thing.
They don't feel the same, which I thought was an interesting choice. Because then it's like, why? I don't want to just let some other thrive.
Yeah, I want to feel the youth for a week.
Yeah, because then what's the point? What's the reason?
Is weird. I wonder why.
And I don't know. Maybe they are. Like I would have to read what like the writers said. But
I always like to like look it up and say like, okay, what did this mean? Because like, what would be the point? They must have to feel something like, oh, that's her for a week or something.
Yeah, because if anything, then it was just showing how Demi almost had so much hatred for this girl. Because it was like it's visually so crazy, like her waking up like decrepit, dying, and then looking out at the young girl on a billboard, like from her apartment.
Oh,
like
that's so sad. I'd be depressed.
It was a really depressing movie, and then I like looked in the mirror and I was like, I'm the type of who would shoot that up. Like I'm a prime substance.
I would do it if it was me young and hot. Like I got to go be young and hot for a week.
Yeah, that's so true though. Actually, yeah. Like
what's
you said,
the point? Just like. If Alex Earl gets to just be Alex Earl.
I was literally just going to say if Alex Earl came out of my back and I didn't get what the
like,
that's so funny. I was literally going to say that.
Yeah, that's so funny because she is. I do look at her and I'm like, that's what I always thought I looked like in my head, you know. But
Me.
You guys do though. You guys are very similar.
I love you so much, but hell never. She's just so like put together. She's just that girl. Like even really her like her new collab with Frame, the skinny jeans. I was like, oh, you're so.
She's like, we're bringing skinny jeans back. I'm like, only her can do
like,
that.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, it is so true.
Have you met her? Have you collabed with her?
I've met her. We were on a Tarte trip together, and she's super sweet. We don't really talk that often. I just was messaging her saying we should do Hot Mess, and she was like down, and I think it'd be a fun crossover. And like, she's a super fun, sweet Miami girl, but I don't know much about her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
but she's in LA a lot too. Like I don't know. We're both kind of decently close with Jake Shane, so I mean, like I could see
like
things.
The common connection I feel to everybody.
I just like really love him. He is like, it's so rare to find people who are real people.
Yes.
Like him and I have really intellectual, deep conversations a lot, and like, and he just checks on me and like sends me funny stuff and like just breaks the influencer mold of like not just being friends, and I not like online, you know, like and I appreciate that.
He's actually like also so humble and so sweet. You know, it's so funny. I never leave my house, but like there's been like 3 occasions where I have, and he's like always there, and he's always like so sweet and so nice. Where have I seen him? It was definitely Ben Platt show, but there was like another one that I saw him, and he was like so freaking nice. Oh, Wicked. Yeah. You have a good memory.
And he just literally, that's me.
I was like, where did he's like,
my memory's so bad. Our men keep us remembering things.
That's where it was.
But he's also just so real about mental health, which I love. Like, I just love
that about him.
He's very open about his OCD and his anxiety. And like, he's very like, take my meds with me, or like, I feel off today. And I just love that. I love that in anyone, you know.
I love that he's so successful, because I'm like, to me, I always saw him like around, but I didn't know like what he did. And he's very sweet and
his
nice.
humor too is so my humor, like just stupid, like brain rot. Like, I think he's like the funniest creator. I'm like Jake Shane's biggest fan. I love him.
I love it. I love that he's going. He's going so mainstream too. Like,
yeah, just like the Sophia Richie of it all. Like, he'll still pop out and serve. Like, you know, and I eat it up every time.
Did he interview Ed Sheeran on his podcast? Like, that's what's always so wild to me, is I see the most random people who never do any podcast just all of a sudden be on Jake Shane's podcast.
Yeah, it's actually crazy the guests he gets. It's nuts. He had a funny moment with Ed Sheeran. I'm forgetting what it was.
When your legs don't work like they used to.
Like, and just that, I love that. Like, I would do that. Like, it's just like, he keeps it so real.
He laughs, and then he's like, that was about like my grandma who couldn't walk. He's like, oh.
It's so funny. That was like one of my favorite pop culture moments of last year.
That's so me too, because you know you want to be engaged in the conversation, and you like think something's like someone's trying to make a joke, and then it's just like, oh yeah.
Every time. I'm always swinging and frequently missing.
That's why this is why you're here. I guess to like do intimidate me a little bit.
It's just, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, to have like, I don't know. Joey Graceffa was just here a couple hours ago, and he was talking. By the way, he gave free reign for you to talk about Escape the Night movie.
Well, okay. You go first before I go, because I think I need to like gather some more information.
He thought we already filmed this thing. I want to know what she said. I'm like, honestly, she's coming in a couple hours. I don't know what she's saying, but I was like, can I ask? And he's like, yeah, I mean, might as well. It's already out there or whatever. But he was talking about interviewing people.
I can't. Do you see me right here fighting demons with myself? Keep going, please.
This was just like he interviewed people at 20, like Jennifer Lawrence, Taylor Swift. Like, he was interviewing people for Teen.com when he was really young, and he said that like Jennifer Lawrence, like he was trying to explain the game to Two Truths, One Lie to them, and she would just be like talking to like the cast members and ignoring him and stuff. And he's like, I didn't know how to get it back, so he was like traumatized. Who was the other one? He said it was Selena Gomez was the other one. He was just like that. She was just like annoyed with all the questions like he was asking her, but they edited it to make it look like she was sweet. Yeah.
Well, you have to be really strong to, I think, even like Oscar, like to be on red carpets and shooting your shot with celebrities and like being willing to get shut down, or like if a celebrity says something to you that's like maybe a little embarrassing for you, like that is like hard.
Yeah. No,
I didn't know he did that, Joey.
I didn't either. He went with like Teen.com and like Lionsgate, so he'd be at all the junkets where he would like go with like huge celebrities like Taylor Swift for the Lorax, Zac Efron. Like, he was interviewing all these people, and he had like no training in it or anything. And he's like, that's what kind of traumatized him. But
that's crazy.
We did talk about Escape the Night.
I mean, listen. Okay.
How's your finger? Which I didn't know that lore to it.
My finger's good. Okay.
He's like, well, she went out. And I was like, well, she could go out with a broken finger. It's not like she broke her leg.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. So I love Escape the Night. I always have. I have such a special place in my heart for it. And I will always be so grateful to Joey Graceffa, because he put me on the cast of Escape the Night when it was huge with YouTube Reds. Very mainstream billboards, mainstream media, like so many millions of people were watching it. Everyone else who was in that cast was much more esteemed, taken seriously, established as a YouTuber. He took a chance on a crazy Vegas girl, you know, and like, and then he continued to bring me back. There were times on set where I would be crying over people being mean to me, and he would pull me aside and always be really nice. He dealt with me at that time too. Like, I wasn't on time. I wasn't the best. And like, even just like VidCon wouldn't invite me, and then like I got to go with Escape the Night. Like, so just cool. It is like, I have chills thinking about it. It was a very pivotal point of my life, and like, I'm obviously just always down to pay homage to the niche things that the fans love as well. Like, I get tagged in Escape the Night edits every day, so I have nothing but love for him and the whole series and stuff. But obviously he asked me to do this new Escape the Night, and it's no longer something that feels like it's in my wheelhouse. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere and be with all these random personalities and kind of throw back to a different time, you know? And I get there and it's, well, do I have free reign? Like, do you think he'd be mad if I was like saying the cast?
Say the cast and I can bleep it.
Okay, so I get there.
I want to know. And I was like, I'm going to ask. He knows that I know. I was saying so many cast people. He's like, no, I don't know. And then he's like, can you bleep some of those names? I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I want to hear the names, but we'll bleep them.
Well, so let me just walk you through this very quickly as well. You know me. I'm like always agreeing to things. And then I'm like, I'll look at my schedule and I'm like, holy
That's been
like,
me lately too.
It's just, I say yes to everything. It was my New Year's resolution a year ago. I'll never not. Like, and then it's just like my schedule was slammed. And then he's like, can you be in downtown LA at 9 a.m. like on whatever the day was? And I'm like, that is just I suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
9 a.m. downtown LA, full glam already. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. I got up at 6. Like, it was just,
And downtown LA, I immediately, I say no to everything. Even if it's my own shoot, I'm like anywhere but downtown LA.
Yes, I hate it. It's so far. It's so
dangerous. Even during the day, people just get like robbed. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
It is just like, it is a different world. I hate it. And so of course I'm like on my way. I'm like, I can't feel my hands in the car. I'm so tired, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But still excited, like so excited. And I get there and it's all of them I have different histories with and like love. Like, I was having a great time on set with all of them, I will say.
Yeah.
But I show up at 9 a.m. and then I podcasted about this too. I walk in and I love it's 9 a.m. downtown LA and I haven't slept for an hour. And she's telling me about how she just... And I podcast about this and then all the comments are like, she's talking about... never do that. She's lying. And I'm like, why? Where do you people get off thinking that I would make that up?
I have a text that says that. She texted me that's what she was doing. Yeah.
And so then I'm like, okay, whatever. And then... I already I Patreoned about this. I don't know if I podcasted or Patreon. I don't remember. But we're filming all day, whatever. And just always too, like, I love to serve. So I'm in the waist trainer and the gown and the heel and it's cold and everyone else has jackets. And of course I don't. And like, that's on me. Yeah. And like, I'm obviously, if I said no to anything wardrobe, Joey would change it. I'm not saying that.
I was saying, because he's all like, I can't say anything. I'm like, it's on TikTok. Like I've been following Escape the Night. Okay.
And so it's in this downtown place, essentially, right? And it's like one of these buildings, where it's all the sets on different levels. And the set for Escape the Night was underground in the basement of this building. And I get that. It's scary, so that's like what they're going for, But I go down. I have no cell phone service. It's freezing cold. I'm down there. My phone's on like SOS. And like, it's creepy as like being down there and shooting and filming
downtown LA
and just for hours and like we're running and horror screaming and doing the whole 9, like,
and how long is
running
this?
from these actors, like, and so they have these horror actors, right? Like think like I'm at Universal Studios in a haunted house during Halloween, like guys with chainsaws like chasing you in masks and stuff, like
chainsaws,
yeah, like fake ones, but like
but still don't chase me.
And it's scary, like obviously. And so eventually my scene is me. Now I'm just in this room, no cameras. Through the mask, he says to me, he goes, perfect. Like, I've always wanted to have you chained up. And I go,
what?
I go, what did you just say? And he goes, never mind. Like, I probably shouldn't have said that. Like, whatever. And like, I heard him. And then now he's like laughing to himself because like, he thinks I didn't hear what he said, right? And so I'm just standing there like this, and I can't see this person's face.
Oh
and
my
like,
God!
And it like no cameras. It was in his real voice. He introduced his name. Like he wasn't being an actor. Like, do you know what I mean? It was some real shit. And like, I leave, and I tell like everyone, and they're like, me, like just immediately I'm going to tell people because I just think that's so not okay. And like, again, Joey was amazing. Everyone was amazing about it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And then it did scare me. It scared the out of me because I feel like normally I'm not the type of person for things like that to scare me on a normal set, but I'm alone and like far from everyone.
And it's not a YouTube Red production. This is more independent.
Yes.
So are you doing background checks? Are you doing, you know what I mean? Like, and most people don't do background checks on actors, right? That's 100%. Not like a thing. So
I can't see this guy's face through his mask. Like it's just, very creepy. And the whole production company, there was just a couple other things that happened that day where like guys were saying weird things to me and calling me hot and stuff. And I was just like, this is kind of a skeezy. And that's not Joey's, like, that's not on Joey. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely production, not.
Yes, but just very skeezy, creepy. And then I go over after all of this happens and I'm shooting my final scene and now I'm over it, right? Like, I want to leave. And I'm just like, I'm also just thinking about, like, what if that happened? Like, it's just, what if that happened to someone who didn't say what the did you just say?
Did you say it to anyone? Did you say, like, did you tell anyone what happened besides, like, the cast? Oh.
Yeah, well, I told, like, Joey and stuff, like, and everyone. And they, they were like, what?
Oh, I would cry.
I was like, I really was so angry, honestly. And then this same horror actor, the one who said this to me, comes over to like grab her away, right? And my hand is on her shoulder, and he like just like goes like, do you get what I'm saying? To grab her like over my pinky, and my pinky like inverts. And I'm just like, and I'm like immediately screaming. And of course, everyone else is screaming. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like a horror thing. And I'm like actually screaming because my pinky is broken. And at first I think it's my nail. And I'm like, I think it's my nail. So I'm kind of just making like broken nail jokes and stuff. And then after a while, I'm like, looks a little wonky and like pulsating, like 10 out of 10 pain. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and like that is Escape the Night and always how they've done it. But again, it's an independent production and we're in a basement in downtown LA.
It's not the budget.
No, and it still was very budge. Like he spent a lot of money. It's a big space. It's a huge production crew. I'm not on it at all. I'm just saying it's independent and it's different.
The safety felt a little more questionable.
And then, so then obviously it's just like, and then you don't want to be the difficult person, but it's like the same guy who just broke my pinky. Now, of course, he's taking off his mask. He's apologizing to me every 2 minutes. And I'm like, oh my, like now I have to like coddle you when you broke my pinky. I'm like borderline, just like.
And are you all, so like him like pushing your hand out, like, so you're just all aware that they're going to touch you? Because like in Universal, scare actors can't touch you. So you're just like aware they might grab you.
Yeah.
But it's not choreographed.
No.
That's wild. That's wild.
And obviously like everyone else had a great time. Like this just would happen to me. You know what I mean? It just would.
No, it's definitely not like because of you. It's just, I think
just a broken pinky. Like I just would.
Well,
like,
that'd be me too. I'm very klutzy. I know Joey did say he'd have me on it, and then I skipped the night and we made up and whatever. But now I'm thinking absolutely not after hearing this. Because anyways, I'm scared of like jump scares. I don't go to like horror nights for that reason. But the fact that someone could like actually like touch me, I'd be like absolutely not. And I do get a little bit baby when it comes to that situation. I would like probably walk off. I walked off a couple sets where I'm like, I'm done. There was one where I had to be in a car and I just smelled fumes. I was like, I gotta go. I think this car's gonna explode. And I just like walked off, you know?
It is just, and I didn't want to because I love him in the final product and for the fans and stuff. But then, of course, I podcast about it and all the comments are like, of course, Tana leaks Escape the Night. I'm like, hello? What about my trauma? Like, people just do not take me seriously.
Did you share the extent of that story?
Yes. On Patreon, but like still.
Yeah.
Like, and then,
I mean, Joey did say she could talk about it. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
We'll bleep out spoilers for you guys, but that was.
And I felt like he was like, maybe felt some type of way about me podcasting about it. But yeah, I just left really hating men in Hollywood. That production company was just kind of a group of skeezy men. And I was just like, it sucks, especially, you know, just being like the blonde and the bubbly and like this like sexier your brand, like people just take things further, you know?
Yeah. No, most of I've been working on lately have all been like gays and girls. Like, and I think people know that I do get weirdly uncomfortable when it's like more like straight men.
Yeah, like when the mic guy, if even just the guy putting a microphone on you is a little weird. And honestly, I've been on so many sets, even just recently, where it is all straight men and they are so overly respectful and consensual, and I don't want to like write it off as all people, but that was just one of those days where I was like, damn it, is it 1997?
Yeah.
Like what the hell just happened?
Saying that under your breath while you're like in that compromising position is actually, and no one else was there. It was
it was like, it was not for the show, you know?
But when they leave, when you're there for 15 minutes, why are you left there?
And that's the other thing I think, like there should have been more people there. It shouldn't just be me and a horror actor waiting to like pick up a shot, you know? Like I think the camera guy like went to film something else and came back.
No one? Yeah, you think someone would be like, "Do you need anything? Do you want something?" Like, you know what I mean? Just being like there with you.
And the phone on SOS, like it was just like I can't even like text Paige or. You know, and Paige came down to film with me too, and she was like, "What? This is so like scary."
So it felt scary,
and I get it. It's a scary show. They got a scary, you know.
I think hindsight, would not do it if it because he's trying to. And I'm all for it because I do like the idea of the show. I think it's camp. I told him I'm like so jealous. It's like such a cool idea.
It's so cool.
But I love scaring.
Every Escape the Night I've done, the theme has been wildly different. This one was by far the scariest.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie.
There's always been killers and like whatever, but like a lot of times they were like dead princesses or you know like just like more girly. Like this one was scary.
I do love this lore for you because the whole idea seems so crazy and silly to me. Like it just seems so weird. And I never watched it, but I've seen clips of it and it looks like production and it looks good. But just the fact that like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be actually scared. Traders is very like not scary. Like someone gets murdered and it's like a little card that says you've been murdered. It's like perfect. Love that. You know?
Exactly.
Not like ripping me apart.
Yeah. And back in the day too, obviously when YouTube Red was funding that, like props to Joey though, like crowdfunding it and getting that many people to fund it now is like the biggest flex and so cool. So like, I was so gagged back in the day. Like YouTube Red had a budget that I had never seen before, you know?
They were just giving money. Did you ever get anything on YouTube Red? Did you have your own show?
Hell no.
You never, well, I guess you had your MTV show.
Yeah, which was MTV. But yeah.
And so that was just like an upfront deal. Like they're like, here's cash for the show.
Yeah, I really did not make a lot of money on that though. I did that for like publicity, which is wild now.
It's a good one though. Like to say, like an MTV reality show is pretty.
Yeah, I like lately have been like kind of like I want us to have a reality show. I want like something fun.
I would love something fun. A reality show might be crazy. Like
a simple life type of thing or something, not like just my day-to-day life. Because then the unnecessary drama caused in your life for the show is like so awful.
Day-to-day life sounds horrible, like reality style. But yeah, like a fun show would be good. I think it's just hard to do. I just never know how to.
Or like to be a real housewife. Wouldn't that be fun?
Jennifer Tilly's on it now, and I'm obsessed with her. She was the Bride of Chucky, you know, and I love her so much. And I would like gag, and she's so good. She makes it fun. I guess I've always had like a preconceived notion. I've never watched the show, but I always had a notion that they're just like, you know, these old rich ladies that are just like snobby and bratty to each other.
Yeah, but I guess that's so true.
But it looks more camp now. It looks like more like fun and like lighthearted. Like,
I love Bethany Frankel on TikTok. Like I know she was a real housewife.
That's the TikTok we're on. Yeah. Yes. Mo was like, have you seen Bethany Frankel? And I was like, what?
Yes.
And now I've been watching it too because of it. Yeah. She kind of slays.
I like that she gives the inside scoop, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think that it's like she is that like borderline 1%, you know?
Totally.
Like,
yeah. No, she
is the 1%. I don't know how rich she is. I don't want to demean that.
Either. Like that's the thing, because that's the gag, right? Even the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, like a lot of them live in Encino, you know, like it's just like not in Beverly Hills. So you're kind of like, not that it's like bad, or one lives in Northridge, and like it's not a bad thing. It's just not Beverly Hills. So I always just thought, like, you could get to the Beverly Hills and be bougie, but
well, I know she did a lot of like of her own side hustles, like the Skinny Girl, and like how she did the Bethany clause.
Oh, okay, she's got to be so rich. I forgot about Skinny Girl.
Yeah, and like she created that clause because like the original, it's literally called the Bethany clause, where like the originally Real Housewives wanted to take a cut of any of your businesses, and she was like, hell never.
She's so smart. I probably would have been like, yeah, I'll take whatever.
100% same. Are you kidding me?
I would sign up and do the show. I'd be like, whatever, I'll just take whatever you give me, I guess. But yeah, she's so smart. I love people like that.
Yeah, she's a genius.
I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, I think I'm almost at the age. I think, what are they? Like, I mean, I'm probably close to it, 40. I don't know.
It's so funny because you just look 21.
I definitely.
You are like, okay, I'm going to gas Trisha for a second. Everybody, don't get your panties in a twist, all right? And yes, I would say this off camera. Your face card, I always tell people, is so crazy.
Oh my
gosh. The way she looks on camera, like truly in person, like not a pore.
That's
like,
not true.
No,
I have some pores.
You look face-apped. You look like you have a Kiss 2 Silk 2 right now.
I don't even know what that is, but is it Facetune?
No, it's the one that let me just stop.
It's like a beauty. I never use, I mean, of course, if like a photographer takes my picture and edit it, I love that all day long, but I don't know how to do my own. I wish I did.
I think that's a good thing. I've really dialed back my editing just because.
Yeah, you look so good. It's so funny. Like, there's been some where you've like edited, and I'm like, they look exactly the same. Like, you'll send me like a picture back. Like, that looks just like the picture we sent. Yeah.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear that? No, I really have like tried to, because I used to like warp walls and like
just
make myself
so
a sim.
Yeah,
like,
but there's nothing wrong with that. That's
but
what
it's
you like
so
to look.
funny looking back at my Instagram feed. It's like you look like a fucking sim. I would put blue eyes. Like, you don't even have blue eyes.
So
like, it's like you are so embarrassing.
That's a video you should react to. Like, go to your very first Instagram post and just like scroll back through it.
Oh, I should. That's a great one.
You have so much. You've been online for so long. You have so much.
And
like,
I don't delete anything like on my Instagram ever, which is so crazy.
Mine got deleted like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. So I don't have any of my old photos.
But Trisha Paytas' this backup is so iconic.
I want to change it. I don't know how. No one knows how. CA, like everyone, I'm like, can someone give me a contact? Because my Trisha Paytas one got banned. So I'm like, can I have the name at least? Like back? And they're like,
why did it? Because spicy?
And yeah, back in the day, I was like, because you used to be able to. I was like promoting it, and then like one day they just changed the rules, and it's like, okay, you're banned.
And there's like, the rules are so weird and meticulous. Like, certain things fly, certain things don't. Even with Snapchat, it's like you can be in a bikini, but there has to be water in the background
on Snapchat.
Yeah, like if you want to get monetized on Snap, it's like you can be in a bikini, but only if there's a beach or a water in the background.
That's crazy. Why can't you be in a bikini at your house? Like,
yeah, it's so weird. Even
are you a
like,
snapper?
I am a snapper.
You get paid for it?
I take breaks. I just took a break, but I'm back on it. It's really fun. Like, just showing your whole camera roll to like I love doing it for the fans. Like, I feel like they love like feeling like they got to just go through my camera roll, and like I always just write funny things and stuff. So.
And you just do it throughout I've never seen you snap here. That's why I was like, oh.
I take photos throughout the day, and then at night when I get in bed, I like upload them all.
And then is it like TikTok where they like monetize by ads, or it's like a flat fee they pay you?
I think it's monetized by ads that go in between, so it's dependent on like watch time and how long people click and stuff.
That's why I think, was it with you or someone I was talking about how Khloe Kardashian has like 400 snaps in a day?
Well, did you see? I was just podcasting about this, and you can cut it if you want because it's kind of crazy. But like during the fires, because
Yes,
a lot
Khloe.
of people have their, because I tried that for a while. Like I had 2 months where I had people running my Snap, and then I was like, hell no, stop this now. This is not me. This is so embarrassing. Like I can't like do that. And it's so funny because you can tell who's are like not ran by them. So you think
Khloe's is that?
I would bet my actual literal left leg, my entire leg. I know for a fact she's not running that.
I feel like they were also just like taking other people's photos. I don't know this for sure, allegedly, but it was just like photos of like the oversight, like the whole overview of LA on fire. And I was
no,
like,
it was like for a fact other people's
so what?
content. And then you're
not for a fact, Kris Jenner's gonna come for us.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I think someone clocked it. I saw it on TikTok, like that it was like someone else's story, and like
because I'm not on Snapchat, but I saw that and I was like, that's crazy.
Also, I saw it on TikTok. Like Tana, that is not a locked-in news source. Like, shut up. Like oh my god.
But she did have so many, and I was like, that's actually wild. And it's like, how much should she be possibly getting paid? Because Kardashians make so much money. Does she need the coin from Snapchat, or they probably get paid flat? Huh? Like $1 million to be on it or something.
I actually bet that I would assume they get paid flat. But even just like still like that story set probably made her like, if she were getting paid like everyone else, like $100,000-$200,000.
So I guess if you're having someone else do it, it's kind of worth it. You pay someone like a couple $1,000s to do it for you.
Yeah, because it does take time to like gather all the content and then like post it every night. But I just love people's that you can tell like they're doing, you know, because it's like, I don't know, more authentic.
I would do it. I used to love Snapchat. Mine got banned
and
too.
I feel like you have so many like people just love to see like what food you were ordering or like which outfits you were debating for like before, and like I just snap photos of everything. You and Moses being cute, the kids, like all of it.
Cute. Yeah, I feel like Instagram stories. That's where I kind of do it. I kind of love Instagram stories. I know when TikTok was gonna get banned, it's kind of like I've been on Instagram stories for a minute. I love it.
Same. That's where I used to be like all my unhinged in bed takes would just be on my Instagram story.
I like it because you do close friends sometimes. So when it turns green, I always click on it because I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Like it feels like a little secret or something.
It's always something so stupid. I use my close friends like as such a like the other day I was posting on it like who knows someone who can remove wallpaper. Like I just love asking.
I do that too. And I might change my close friends depending on that because if it's like people in our area, I'm like, does anyone have a good recommendation for like someone to help with their lawn or something, you know?
But it's so good. People are just like helpful.
I love a little green circle moment.
Me too.
I think I'm the only on your close friends. I don't think I'm on anyone else's because I never see it on anyone else's.
Oh my god, that makes me feel so special.
But how many people are on your close friends?
Literally like 2,000. But
Moses is on it.
Yeah, I literally do put everyone on it, but that's just because I always need something.
So what's the point of doing close friends rather than just your story?
Because then it's like my fans. I don't need to be like bothering them with like, hey, I need wallpaper removal in the valley.
They might know. Sometimes they know though. That's why
that's true. I love
doing a little poll and being like, hey, does anyone know this? And I always will get emails because I have like a little email on my it's like a Yahoo email on my Instagram, and I always get emails like, oh, if you still need this, you know.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I guess wallpaper,
that's
did you ever find someone?
I did find someone. Well, it's just wild with buying a house, like. Everything costs $10,000. Everything is so.
Wait till you get a roof repaired. We had to do that. Like, half of our roof was like $40,000, and I'm like, we're waiting for the other half. We'll live on dry on one side.
I like up my own roof because yes.
Oh well, it probably was already there. You probably didn't cause it, like because you haven't had a rain yet in your house, right?
I don't think so. But I had an inspection.
Yeah, but we had a lot of leaks.
Yeah.
Because our house was like that too. So you probably. Yeah, it was there because like when we went into this house, when we got this house too, we had the inspection, and when we had the first rain, I mean, we probably had like 10 leaks going everywhere.
It's just crazy. It's like something new every day. Like my expensive. HVAC system, like my heating and air conditioning.
Oh yeah, I saw
it. Like just it's so. And I'm like so temperature specific, and then it's gonna be like $30,000, and I'm like, I just miss renting for that reason. Like
I always say this, I was a renting queen. Like you're so lucky you got it so young. I didn't get this house till I was like 32 or something like that. But everyone always made fun of me for renting and be like, oh my god, she still rents. Like that's so embarrassing.
Same.
But it's like you get everything taken care of. You don't have to put any of your own money into it, and like and
you care about less too, just in general. Like,
yeah, for
even
sure.
just watching all my friends during the fires pack a suitcase of their favorite jackets and then dipping out, no care in the world. I was like, I need a straight jacket. Like, everyone's like, well, what are you bringing? What's your evacuation? Like, what's your this? You know, we were all talking about it. And it's like, I just want my house to survive. Like,
that's the saddest part is like the Heidi Spencer, because they talk about it, like how they put all their, like, people are like, you're rich. And like, no, everything, all their money was in the house. Like, and that's most people. Like, most
people are asset rich over cash rich.
It's us too. And it takes years to get insurance money. And it just takes, if you have the insurance money, like, it's just such a thing.
Oh yeah. They had to, it was actually really sad. Like, everyone had to like drag me out of the house. I was like screaming and crying. Like, it just because everything close. I worked for, and it being so soon.
Yeah, you just got
like, it's like, oh my God, like, please.
Yeah, there was bad fires. I remember when Shane got his house in where he lives, there was like huge fires and he had to evacuate. And he was like so sexy. He had just got the house.
Yeah, it's wild. And obviously I'm sure so many people went through that and so much worse. It's just, this has been the craziest. It like makes me want to leave LA, honestly. It's
a lot of people have been, Joey was saying that too, because he was like, the air quality and just like everything is just, it's so different now.
And there were 2 new fires 2 nights ago. There was one on Sepulveda, which was like also like not that far from me.
And also like Sepulveda is like, so city. It's so like, I don't know. I always forget. It's not suburb. What's the other opposite? Urban,
like it's literally like a major road that connects Beverly Hills and the Valley and like all of these places. And I was like, and then the other one there's another one in Santa Clarita, which I can see directly from my house.
Your story,
like it's still
happening, and it's still.
I can't unpack my stuff even. I have all my stuff in suitcases by the door because it's like I just saw a major new fire from my balcony. Like I'm just like, it's so. I'm sure everyone in LA feels this way right now, but it's just like, when is this going to end? Is this going to end? Yeah, like
maybe not, because we always have fires here. It just always happens,
and it's just making me want to
go to Maui. But Maui had the fires too. I mean, it's just like it's kind of crazy. You just think like, where do you go? You know?
Yeah, it is so. Nuts.
Idaho,
like,
Montana.
Yeah, Vegas.
I'm trying to go to Vegas. I just told most of them. I mean, my long-term goal is like, I want like a residency. Like Donnie's been there 25 years. I was like, I love that.
That is like so lit. But I will say, even I just evacuated in Vegas for like 10 days. Yeah. And after being there on like day 10, it's a dark place.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I haven't been there that long. I do love it. I'm such a different Vegas person though. I love going to like, you know, the Elvis Arama and, which I don't think it's there anymore, but I love going to like the fun little museums.
Yeah, the fun stuff is fun. I just think it's like an entire city that kind of runs off of sex, drugs, alcohol, gambling, money, murder, you know, like it's that's true. You start to feel that energy, you know.
Yeah, that's probably true. I love Vegas. I love a Harrah's. You need to hang out there more. Maybe you'll feel the family vibes.
You're so right.
It's more wholesome. Ruth's Chris is just like a wholesome family vibe. You eat at 5:00 and it's great.
We're gonna go and we're gonna stay at Harrah's, and the last time I probably even like walked in that Harrah's, I was probably like 4 years old.
That's wow.
Like I'm excited.
Really, talk about leaks. We were there one time and it was just like pouring in the middle of the literally casino lobby. And they just had like buckets in the middle. I was like, this is a vibe. It's relatable. Yeah.
It's camp for them.
I love all the food there, the pizza there. We have a suite, but right before we went there, I think it was Harrah's. Someone was saying like the hotel people were getting in with their keys, you know, like into people's rooms. So I made Moses put the stroller by the door because I
always do that.
Yeah, because you just never know. I was just like, Planet Hollywood allegedly was all of this. Like they also were the same thing where people were just like I guess employees, because they had the keys, were just like going into people's rooms, like robbing people while they slept and like left. Oh my God.
Have you ever seen that movie Prom Night with Brittany Snow? And
there's like a killer.
Yes. But the killer, like that was, I remember the first time I ever watched that. The killer like killed one of the hotel people and then took her like all access keys to get in. And like I've forever been afraid of that. Like ever since I saw that movie.
That's so real. Yeah, people probably are just doing that crazy shit.
Stop watching horror movies. I think they plant too many ideas in my head.
I had to stop. I was having like the worst. I was like such a pick-me back in the day where I was like, I love horror films. So I was like watching like specifically Hostel, because like Eli Roth was on MySpace. So I was like, I'm gonna love Hostel. So I was like watching the second one specifically. It was with women being tortured, and I was like, this is some. Anyways, that was like the last horror movie I watched because I started like manifesting like all this like gruesome violence in my life, and I was like, let me just.
Yeah, it is crazy. Last night I was like watching Dexter to like fall asleep, and I was like,
you love Dexter.
I do so much. It's my favorite show.
I can't watch. I guess I like you, but it's not so violent. Dexter's more like killings.
A lot more killings, honestly, but it's like you just like. It's the same thing as Joe. Yeah, you just like you're rooting for him, which
and it's
is
the original Michael C. Hall.
No, actually, it's a spin-off called Original Sin, and they cast Patrick. I don't remember his last name, but
What's he from? Do you know?
I don't know, but I went and stalked him on Instagram, and he's like dating Maude Apatow, and like they're like serving.
I love seeing who people are dating, and even if I'm like fully like obviously married with kids, I'm like, nosy. Who are they dating?
I'm so nosy. Yeah. Patrick Gibson, he plays So this season is like young Dexter, like showing him growing up and stuff. Okay. And like he plays Michael C. Hall, and they're like uncanny. It's like the facial expressions and stuff. It's really cool.
Is Michael C. Hall coming back? I saw something with him like in
Dexter.
He
did the voice of all and produced this. Like, because Dexter's very much like you. In the sense of like the
narration.
Yeah, thank you. It would have taken me an hour to think of the word narration.
So there's a lot of times where, like, have you ever seen behind the scenes of that? So like when they're filming you, it's just like silence because like it's a lot of them just like staring at each other because the narration's happening. So is that the same thing where there's like nothing happening in the scene, you just hear the narration?
Still, there's more talking on Dexter than you, but like yes, a lot of narration and like almost like he'll be talking, but then like Michael C. Hall will be voicing his like inner thoughts that are completely different than like what he's saying, you know?
Very you then. I wonder which came first. Who stole
Dexter came first, and I do think that's why I like you. I've always said it's kind of like Dexter inspired. Yeah, in my opinion,
but more like romantic. It seems.
Yes, and more like the intentions are different. Yeah, but still like where you like the bad guy and like his narration like is humanizing him, and you know
that's the crazy thing. You should be on like a. If you were on a TV show, I feel like you'd be like on American Horror Story or something like that. You know what I mean?
So fun.
You are going to act, right?
No, I went and did an audition. I don't think I got it.
Wait, when?
I don't think I got it.
When did you do an audition? I had no idea.
Oh my God. I thought I told you. Wow, that's crazy.
A TV or movie?
For a movie. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
Were you doing a self-tape at home?
No, I went in and I might have to bleep some of the things I said. Trisha, I'm really honestly not good at acting. Like, I don't think I got it. Like, I just...
You probably are better than you think.
I just suck at like becoming someone else, letting go of the cringe factor. My memory's really bad. So when it comes to lines, I'm like always going to like mess them up and not remember. And it's like, it's nuts. Acting is so hard. Like I literally was saying like people coming at Austin Butler for like turning into Elvis. It's like I would have, that's the only way I could do it is method act. Like it's the,
just
like,
fully become it.
I would be Elvis for the rest of my life. Like I can't even like, and the character was very ditzy and bubbly and like this. And like, I just also, I'm not like this and flippant and matter of fact.
But you could be, and this is good. And you look like it. You look the part. You could channel it.
It was really hard. And I'm like pretty sure they gave it to someone else, and I appreciate them for even wanting me, but it is like just
when
I suck.
Comes out, do you think you could talk about it? Like, do you think you'd be like, I auditioned for that part? I love when people say that. I'm always like, that's so cool.
It is, and it is like just it made me have so much respect for the acting world. It also just like made me sad, I think, because I'm not passionate about it and people want it their whole lives, and I'm like, give it to somebody who deserves you don't think you're
this. I love acting. Like I've never done it, but I love doing it.
I think it's so cool, but I feel
like you do love it.
It's hard. It's hard as like those 18-hour days of being someone else and like memorizing it all and like your eye lines and where your hands go and your
it sounds fun because you get to be someone else. I just like always want to be someone else. I'm always like, oh, it's so great.
That part is cool.
You know what I mean? Just getting to
love
like
a cosplay,
especially right, and then you're like have other people playing with you. Like how fun is that? You know what I mean?
And I wish I was like better at it. I had an acting coach help me, and like just that was like. Even just meeting with her, it was like, I find this to be so hard. I want to cry. I don't like this. Like, honestly, like, it just is. It
wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah, honestly. And I like most things I do. I think it comes natural to other people. I feel like I'm more of a host. I'm more of a...
personality.
I guess, yeah. That's the only thing I can kind of do, I guess. I don't know.
No, kind of same. I've kind of come to terms with it. Like, I would love to be an actor, but maybe it's not in the cards for me. I've never had an audition,
I could see you doing it.
I would love to just go on an audition.
Because you commit and you are able to kind of lose yourself in these worlds more. I'm like so...
I would like to, but...
And like... A lot of acting too, I think, is embracing cringe.
Yeah.
And then like I get so like self-actualizing in my head.
Same. Or I feel like I'd be acting like myself, kind of like Kim Kardashian in American Horror Story. I feel like that'd be me, just like me being myself in like every role that I'm in, you know?
That's the thing is I would have to have someone want me so bad that they would want to like yes. Yeah. Because like it was hard for me. It was so hard.
Yeah, but that's fun that you got that. Would you think you'd do another one is they like?
I think that obviously a lot of times, I'm sure you could agree with this, like certain things come your way and it's like you just don't say no, right?
Of course.
And that was one of those things. It's like, I'm not going to say no to this, but like.
And you went in somewhere.
Yeah. So cool. And there was a part of me, even while auditioning, where I was like in my head, like, I don't ever want to do this again so badly that I hope this goes to someone else. Like even just coming back to do this again on set, like.
Too much.
And it sucks because like I wish.
Yeah.
But I'm
maybe the
bad.
right project if like something came. I didn't know you did that. That's so exciting.
It was fun. It was cool. So talk to me. Speaking of just exciting things, not to like just Trishify your show, but like Broadway, you announced the people.
Yeah.
My group chat was ablaze. Everyone was gagged over Rachel Zegler.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. When this comes out, it'll have happened the night before. So yeah, I'm very nervous. We're filming this before. Yeah, it's right at the Grammys, so many people can't come. Moses can't come because we don't have someone for the kids. Like,
I won't be at the Grammys, so I'm good.
I got an offer to host a red carpet for the Grammys.
And you can't because of this, right?
Yes, my agent, I didn't tell you, but did you see the text from my agent this morning? Was like, they followed up, they're like, oh, someone wants you to, but they know I'm doing this. I know.
No.
Like, obviously so thankful for the Broadway show, but I was kind of like, I think my lifelong dream has been to be on a red carpet, and I'm gone for the Oscars too because I'm on tour, and I'm like, damn. And people always like, it'll come around again, but will it? I don't know.
Will. It absolutely will for you. I know it for a fact, but
I'm so sad. Yeah.
That's the worst when like, I mean, it's the biggest blessing, but also like you wish you could be two places.
It literally was like, I haven't even actually gone online since announcing because I actually just, like it feels not real. Like it feels like so surreal. And like, I really do love Rachel Zegler. I've talked about this so many times on the podcast, but I'll talk about it again. Is like, I was tweeting her videos when she was like 14 years old. Like I was like, this girl's so talented. She's just someone that I like wish I could have that career. You know what I mean? West Side Story. Like, come on.
It's so
Hunger Games.
Even this Blake Lively like, I don't even.
Have you talked about this at all on your Cancel?
No.
We talk about it all the time here, and it's like so interesting. What is your take on it? Do you follow it?
I've been following it so intently, and it's hard because I think the information comes out every single day that is almost like opinion swaying. You know,
yes,
like it's
it changes daily.
It looks like she wasn't the easiest on set. But obviously, if anything happened to her that's like not right, then that's not right. I think
it's so hard.
It's hard because like with the media and with people never want to accept that there could be multiple wrongs. You know, people want to pick a side and people want to, you know, so it could be one of those situations. But I also have been seeing a lot of theories that like she was mad about a lot of things and then that's why she tried to do it. And they, you know, thought Justin Baldoni was the one to, you know, pick on.
Yeah.
And then maybe, I don't know. I'm excited to see where this goes.
And now the author who was like on Blake Lively's side has completely deleted her Instagram, Colleen Hoover. One of the actors who supported her has completely. So it's like all this new stuff comes out because everyone was like, first everyone's on Justin's side, then Blake comes with the complaint, and everyone's on Blake's side. Then now they're unfollowing her and deleting the supported posts. And it's just like, what is happening? Because it's very Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, where it's just like there's no winner. Like everyone looks kind of bad. Everyone doesn't know who. Yeah, like you said, and I think with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I think they're both victims and both. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
people can just have a crazy situation. That's the thing. Like, it's so layered. Like that. Did you see the footage from the movie getting released though?
Yes. What were your thoughts on that? Because I thought I was like kind of confused by it, kind of.
I found it interesting that he was definitely the first to bring up their partners. He was definitely actively.
He was? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he was the first to mention their significant others and draw that boundary. And then he was also, you know, he calls cut and then immediately switches. Like, if I watched that, my opinion, Miss Girl was sprung.
That's what I was saying. And I was like, I saw no chemistry. And I was like, that's one thing we only disagree on this thing. And I was just like, but I thought the same thing. I was like, she was so into it, which I don't blame. I've always said this about acting is like, you have to be like attracted to the person. Like, you know, that's why you have good chemistry. So what is acting, what is not?
And and it's just, it is so wild, the compartmentalization that you have to do with your emotions to be an actor and then not fall for people. Like, you know what I mean?
Sarah Jessica Parker's like, that's why people fall in love on movie sets because like, you don't know, like, are you acting or are you not? Because you're obviously like, if you have chemistry, you're attracted to the person. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not attracted to the character. You're attracted to Justin Baldoni, who looks like the character. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what everyone's saying. And there was a whole TikTok, and I am more neutral than people think on this because it is such a back and forth thing. But there was a whole history of like Blake Lively dating all her co-stars. So like she dated Penn Badgley. There was another guy after that I didn't know, Ryan Reynolds. She obviously fell in love with on Green Lantern when they were both in relationships. Like,
and he was with Scarlett Johansson, right?
And then they got divorced like a few months later. Yeah. So, and obviously, like, she falls in love. And, like, I probably would too. Probably why I shouldn't be an actor, because I probably would too. Like, I can't. About that.
I was watching A Complete Unknown with Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. How was it?
And it was the best thing I've ever. Well, I love Bob Dylan though, so like I think that. Which is very random of me, honestly. I know,
love that for you.
But like it could have been the worst movie ever, and I think I would have loved it just because I love the songs and the lore.
Yeah.
But he was just the original like musician who doesn't give a about you, you know, or anyone. Like,
wait, really? What do you mean, like a player, or just like
kind of
really?
Like Bob Dylan, like is very famous for not really giving a. You know, like he won a Nobel Peace Prize. He's the only musician ever to have won a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't show up.
Oh,
like
why?
he really.
Where is he now? Is he like
very old, but just vibing?
To the premiere or anything?
No, but it's so Bob Dylan. Like
he doesn't care.
Like he's not coming. He tweeted about it, and everyone was even gagged just at the fact that he acknowledged it. Like,
did you think it was actually him, or you think someone tweeted for him?
I don't know.
He probably did not care.
Yeah.
He's probably like, if he really is that person, he's like, whatever, you know? Okay.
Yeah. But even just watching Timmy sing with the girl who was playing Joan Baez, I was like, I would fold like a watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's like
if I was Kylie watching that, I would be sick because you know that wanted him.
I know. I don't think I could never be with an actor for that reason. Because also they do fall in love with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. He was married to Jennifer Aniston when he fell in love with her.
I know every single detail down to the dates about that situation.
Really? You were like obsessed?
I'm so passionate because it's like obviously Angelina Jolie is that girl, but so is Jen Aniston. And
I know.
She was just
especially then
so mistreated.
I know.
You know, like, and I just...
And people were so mean to her because they're like, oh, it's because she didn't have kids. She's like, I wanted to have kids. Like,
yeah, and the media, exactly. Like, people just cooked her for things that weren't true. And, like, I'm sure she's so peaceful and, like, happy now and everything. But just, like, knowing that there was a point in time where she didn't get the story she wanted. And
I don't know. I mean, look, I want to believe that, too. But God, I think I would be devastated.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how do you get over that? Like, it's like you're this perfect couple. You're, like, so in love.
And then it's like, think about Brangelina.
They were so big.
Yeah, like, oh my, I like
having
have
kids,
full goosebumps. It's insane.
You get to see them have this big family. And that's so hard to see anyway. But imagine it's the most famous person in the world. And you just see that everywhere. It's just like.
I'm so passionate about just, like, wanting to forever hug Jennifer Aniston in that, like, scenario.
It did kind of give her, like, America's sweetheart. Like, everyone kind of, like, rallied behind her. And I feel like forever she's that girl that people are just like want to be behind.
And people were just crazy. Like just the team Jen, team Angelina.
Oh yeah, those shirts. Yeah.
It was insane the time period.
I guess, and like I never like it's always sad to see someone's like downfall, but I guess maybe like them not having a happy ending, maybe she feels somewhat like happy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that like that's like that is crazy. It's sad how Brad and Angelina ended too, obviously.
That's what I'm saying is like that ending, maybe it makes her feel a little better. I don't know. That sounds weird, but I think if you're in a relationship, you kind of know how that goes. Like if you see them not being happy, you're
if someone does you wrong and like cheats on you with someone else, like you're always going to love to see them. But you know,
it really is like that saying where it's like I guess I don't know how, like I said, there was more and stuff like that, but it's just like, yeah, people, it's like the Chloe situation, right? Like she met Tristan when he was with someone and she was pregnant and then Chloe got cheated on when she was pregnant. I'm like, God, the pattern is so real. And it is sad. It's sad no matter what.
The lose them how you got them thing is just so f***ing real. Like I could never ever be the side thing.
It never works out.
Because it's just like, I would then forever be afraid that this man was going to do that to me.
Always is the case. I feel like I've been definitely side piece. Sometimes I knew it, sometimes I didn't. And
that's true. There's been times in my life where I just didn't know, but you know,
and then you find out, and then you're like, of course that makes sense. And there's been times where like, I kind of knew, and it's just like, it never works out. It's never happy. You're constantly worried, and where are they at? And it's just the worst situation.
And it's just so sad. Like,
But yeah, the Blake Lively I thought the same. Did you know Justin Baldoni before all this? Have you?
No, I had no idea who he was.
That's how I was too. We were talking about it last year, and we talked about it. And someone's like, "You should go watch Jane the Virgin," which I love. I feel like you would love it too. It's like a show that was on for like 6 seasons, and he's like one of the stars of the show, and he's actually so good in it. And so we've been binging it.
Oh, I might want to binge that.
It's really good.
I might start that tonight.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was on Netflix. Now we watch it on like Vudu or something like that. But it's so good.
Voodoo.
It's so funny. It's like a telenovela. It's so good. It's like really.
I'll tune in. I need a new show, anyways. And I like. Have you seen Hacks?
Love.
Hacks. I like started that and have been kind of watching.
Oh my god,
so good.
It won like all like the Golden Globes. I
believe that.
I love it so much. I love any show with like a older woman being the lead. That's why I wanted to watch Substance or like Last Showgirl. And like it's so good.
We need to see Last Showgirl.
Do you think it's out? I don't even know if it's like out still.
Like still in theaters
Or streaming.
I hope it's streaming though, honestly. We should just like go out on a couch
weird.
and watch
I think about like hanging out and I'm like, that would be such a weird thing. I don't know if we've ever hung out.
Yeah, we like literally, it's so, like we need to. The other day I was really getting on myself, but it's just like you and I are both so busy.
So busy.
And then
we
it's like,
barely have time to podcast. Like it's
yes, and then I never want to bother you. It's funny today. I was like, I really want to ask Trisha to watch The Last Showgirl. And then I was like, am I going to annoy her? Like, I don't know.
No, I like the idea of it. It's so funny because I like never hang out. I've never hung out with like people, but like I kind of miss it. I was talking about Joey about like hanging out with Shane and Joey back in the day. It's like I kind of like liked it, but yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird thing.
I think we need to do it.
I think I'd be awkward.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
I would. I know myself. I'm a very awkward person.
Like literally, no, you wouldn't. That's maybe for like 5 minutes, but then I think we'd have so much fun.
Because also like watching a movie at someone's house is like also awkward because it's like, where do I sit? Do I like cross my legs or do I eat? Can I order food? What if I get hungry? What if I had to go to the bathroom multiple times? Like,
it's me. You're gonna just like really learn how little I give a or even like think about things like that. You know what I mean? Like just so like I don't give. You know?
The night we went out, we did go one time with you guys to Buffalo Wild Wings. That actually was so much fun. That was probably the last time we ever been out.
Yeah, that if anything, I think would be more like awkward or something. Like we should just do something cute.
No, yeah.
Or like go shopping. Maybe we give ourselves a task so that like
so awkward. And then, so do you stick by each other when you're shopping, or do we go separate ways?
I think we have moments. You and I also have similar taste, so I think that we would both like be gagging over similar things, probably like bedazzled things and like
I think I'm just
so you think
awkward.
Shopping is the most awkward?
The most awkward.
Okay, I think a movie is in the middle.
Movie, at least I guess you have to talk so much so you could just watch a movie. But then I'm like, do we talk because we're hanging out or do we do it in silence? I love a silent movie.
Me too. I like people who yap through a whole movie. It's like, it makes me want to die.
Are you on your phone during the movie?
No, I'll maybe check my phone once or twice, like quickly, but no.
He knows I hate that. I'm like, what are you looking at? I'll pause the movie. I'll be like, okay, watch.
I'll wait.
Yeah, like we were watching this together. Like it drives me nuts. He's not on it too much, but yeah, I don't like when people are on their phone. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm just like too, I don't know, just weird.
We will find a thing. Okay.
Maybe Last Showgirl would be cute.
I'm trying to think
I want to see your house. We can also come here, but this used to be a movie theater room, but
the dark walls. That makes sense.
This was a screen. There's a screen behind here, and then this was
it's
chairs.
like it's the perfect size for that. That's so funny.
And it's soundproof, and it's everything. We used to watch movies in here.
Oh wait, that's cute.
Do you have a theater room?
We do have a theater room, but we're kind of just using it as like a living room almost. Like
those are better.
I'm debating if I want to have like the upstairs formal living room with like no TV.
Oh, what would
like,
you do in there?
That's what it is right now. And I'm like debating if it should be a painting or a TV. Like, am I so grown that it's a painting?
No, have a TV. We have a TV in every room.
Because that's the thing. Even during the fires, we were all like trying to watch the news, and I was like, I don't have a TV up here. Like, what do we do?
Yeah, you're just sitting around. Because even if you have the TV in the room, you can turn it off. You don't have to have it on.
They have ones that like look like a painting.
Those are sick.
I think I want that.
That way it looks bougie.
But everything is just thousands of dollars. I'm like, Jesus, oh my Samsung, God. Send me a TV.
Our TVs, when we moved in this house, what do we have? Like 10 TVs or something. We have one in the gym. We have like TVs everywhere. I mean, literally probably cost like $15,000. It was like crazy.
My fridge is small. I need a garage fridge now.
We have a garage fridge.
Yeah, like it's just everything is so damn expensive.
Don't feel bad if you do not own a house, because let me just tell you, it sucks money out of you. And like, yes, I guess at the end, in theory, you're supposed to make money, but when you put so much into it, you kind of just break even at the end of the day, which is like not bad. At least you're not losing money, I guess, like rent. But
I feel like the only way people really like make profit is if they like rent their house out and then get another property and then like, do you know what I mean? Like
I've seen that on Instagram where it's like, here's how to become wealthy. They're like, buy a house, rent it out, and then do this, and like for the next 2 years, like it's smart. Yeah,
it's just overwhelming us. Now it's like I'm going to put all my love into this house and then just rent it to some family with like lint-licking kids. Get it, the cord of it all. You know, I got sued the other day. Like, literally, I just had to pay the settlement today. Have you ever been sued by a photographer or a paparazzi or anything for using the photos?
I think they have to I've asked, people have been like, oh, take it down or whatever, but like I've never gotten sued.
No one has ever been so kind enough to tell me to take it down.
Don't they have to do that before they sue you, like a cease and desist almost?
No, not. And these people do it for cash grabs. They do it for cash grabs. It's photos I posted of me from Coachella. A photo of me that I screenshotted from my tagged photos. I posted it from Coachella.
What?
I posted on my grid, and I had to pay these people $16,000 for this one photo. $16,000. I just had to write the check, and it's like, if I go to court, I'm going to lose because they own the rights to the photo. Like the law, that's the law, unfortunately. And the cost for my litigation would be damn near $16,000. So it's
so true. Yeah, that's
and that's how they get all these celebrities and like people, because it's like no one's going to pay.
Could you just have deleted it?
No. And then
if you go to court, you'd be like, oh, it's deleted. So
yeah, and then they give you like some people discounts for deleting it or whatever. They said she can leave it up. We don't care. We want $16,000. They started at like 25. And then my lawyer.
Oh, so you did have a lawyer that negotiated.
My lawyer worked it down, but this has happened to me like 5 times now.
What?
And like, hello, my mortgage. Like, I'm literally pissed. Quite literally pissed.
God,
it's a photo of me.
That's what I don't understand either. Even photographers, I have worked with really great ones, but even when you pay a photographer to take a picture of you, they technically still own the rights to that photo. Which I'm like, I paid you for it though.
I don't understand it at all.
We found that out with like our wedding. They're like, well, we own these photos. Like you don't. And we paid so much money, like literally like 5 figures for our photos. And they're like, we can't send them to you. You paid us to take pictures of you, but we own the photos. And I'm like, so they were
scammetry.
That's wild. So we, like literally.
What do you mean you own a photo of me?
That I paid you for? And like, well, you just paid me to take the photo. Well, okay, what?
That's actually diabolical.
Oh my God, I was so pissed. So
the photo industry, if you want to be a scammer out there, get a paparazzi camera, go take photos of celebrities, hope they post them, and then sue them. That's like wild. So nuts.
That's like Hollywood Fix too. When he would like film people, he's like just forcing collabs on people. Like I remember he was like film people. And he's like, this is the collab of it all.
Yeah, it's so that was such an insane time. I'm happy that time is over.
The Hollywood Fix era? Is he not out there anymore?
I haven't seen him in a long time. And like even when I go to the hot spots, now, like no one's outside.
What are the hot spots now?
It was like Catch. I don't know now. I'm just saying the Hollywood Fix ones, the Saddle Ranch.
Is Saddle Ranch still around?
I think so. I think it'll always be around. It was in like Sex and the City.
But is it still like a thing?
No. I don't think anything is anymore.
That's what I was wondering. Like, what's the hotspots now that people go to?
Someone tried to invite me to a party the other night, and the title of this party was TikTok Riz Party. And I was like, I'm too old.
That one is crazy.
And like getting invited to people's 21st birthdays. I'm like, haven't you been 21 for 5 years? Like, what do you mean you're just now? Like, I can't. Like, get me so far away from that.
It is interesting. So now that you're like out of Hollywood, do you find yourself like going over there a lot?
No.
Not at all.
And like even when I was in Hollywood, because I lived in Hollywood for the last like years, like when I stopped drinking especially, it's like I don't know. I just go out and I see all these people that I've seen out at parties for the last 5 years, or it's like the younger, newer generation, the TikTokers, and they're all hammered. And it's like, I did that for so long. Like, it's not my environment anymore. You do have the best editors. It's so funny how many little off-camera moments we have. I wish you guys could get the raw tea.
He's so funny because he's so meticulous that like when I went to the bathroom multiple times during that Loveline, you guys were still talking, but he like listens to make sure like nothing gets like left out. So like he could cut the segment, obviously, in which he did, but he's like, you have to listen to when I come back or whatever. So he's like the stuff. He's like, oh, I heard them talking about this person. It's like so funny.
It's so funny. He gets all the tea.
Everything.
They get everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my editor J Rod, I owe him my life. He's seen everyone naked. He knows all the tea. Like it's just. And
they can like totally expose you. Like I had Jimmy cut out stuff, and I'm like, there's so many times where he could be like, look at what I cut out. You know what I mean?
Oh my! I think about it all the time. Even with Cancelled the other day, I was exposing people, and then I was like, this all has to go, and now all these people have this footage. Like,
yeah,
girl.
Well, it's kind of like the McBroom family when like they forgot to edit out the part of him being like pissed at Catherine, like they were like vlogging, and he's like, what and they like forgot to edit that out. I'm like, they probably have editors, and then like an editor forgot to do that. I would be so, especially with kids. It's like, oh
my God, it's so bad. Do you remember that girl too who like got caught? She uploaded the raw footage of her like abusing her dog.
No. Oh yeah, kind of.
That was wild.
That. Yeah, and people were just like, what?
It's like, how did you? You know what?
Or with the kids like being like, okay, pretend like you're sad, and the kid's like, I am sad.
Yeah, like that is. You will never catch me doing that. Pretend like you're sad. It's like
that's the most wild thing. That's
it's so.
Crazy.
It is crazy that like just the exploitation certain people of their children.
I think it's the end of the family vloggers. We were just talking about a documentary that's out now about the Stofers, I think. The one who adopted, they had a child with special needs from China, I believe, and they had him for 2 years and then gave him back.
You said Stofers, and I was just thinking about lasagna.
Oh, the Stofers frozen food. We can order stuff. We should probably order food. We are getting to that past the. I was like, it's an hour and a half, and now it's past.
But it's a documentary about family vloggers.
It was a family of vloggers who like gave their child back. They had him for like 2.5 years, and then like rehomed the child. And they specifically wanted a child.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and they specifically asked for a child with special needs. Got a child with special needs, and they're like, actually, we need to rehome him. And they like they profited off him for like 2.5 years, and they sent him back. Yeah, and they had their own children too.
That is so.
It's so sad. And like just the moral story, they ended up saying like, oh, there was problems with our other kids, that's why we would rehome him. But it's like, just don't put any of that out there, because it's not the kid's fault. Like, he also has issues that he's going through, and it makes me so sad.
That is so sad. Wow, I've like slight new fear unlocked though. I've never thought about like having kids, adopting a kid, and then having problems with the children.
I mean, you could get them help. And I guess they said they did, I guess, in like their defense and stuff like that. But
I guess it's the same thing though, as like if you had gave birth to a third kid and they came in and were like a tyrant to the family. Like, what are you gonna do? You just have to get them help of some sort. Like, you can't just pass them off to. I guess now he's with someone who's like a full-time nurse that like knows how to take care of it. Yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, that is. I mean, it's scary. Like you said, even if you birth the kid and they like that happens. I mean,
that is so crazy, because I really want to adopt. So it's like so wild.
I think they're like a weird case, and I have a hard time believing some of the stuff they say.
Yeah, that's like, wild. Okay, all these like family, just like I feel like in the past like year or two, I've just seen so much people are fucking. It's crazy because the world has always been like this, but now with the internet, it just gives people more.
People just, especially TikTok, just like random people too that are not even like trying to be influencers or making money. They're just like putting it all out for the world. I'm like, let's keep some of that stuff crazy, but keep it secret, keep it locked.
I always thought this was big, by the way, this Birkin. Like whenever I see it, I just thought it was the big one, and I had no idea it was the mini one in the mini. It's honestly so.
Yeah, it's kind of cute in person. I have a big one. I have the pink one like Paris Hilton has. And I do love that. It also lost its value, but...
I watched your video about all the Birkins. I didn't know you had 3.
I had like 5 at one point. I forgot to say I had an ostrich one. No, it was pink. Yeah, was it ostrich or alligator? I know, we're wrapping it up. Is it alligator?
Alligator, probably.
And so, yeah, I bought it. This is like so... Again, don't ever do this. Like, I went broke after this. It was like $68,000.
This one bag.
This pink, like, lizard... What was it? Alligator. Pink alligator. This is so I'm like, millions of dollars a month, which is like never happened. Obviously, I lost all the money. Like, don't do it. Regret it. Anyways, so when we needed the cash, I sold this bag, and like I went through the person who sold it to me.
Did you profit?
Well, that's the thing. So we sold it on like, what is it? What's that fancy one?
The Real?
No. First dibs.
Oh, okay.
That's like real fancy. And I saw it sell, and it was like $98,000 or something like that. And I was like, okay, work.
You profited.
Well, then the girl who helped me sell it, who sold me this bag, she was like, well, I get a fee, and then this, and it ended up, she gave me exactly the amount I paid for it back. She's like, this is your fee, $68,000. Like,
damn it.
So she pocketed.
Damn
She's
it.
smart though. Even this bag, it came with the original receipt from Hermes, the yellow, before the bling, and it was only $7,000, and I paid $48,000.
7,000 is crazy though, the way the times have changed.
Because they got it in Paris and whatever, and then the bedazzled made it lose its value. So when I was trying to sell it, I bought it for $48,000. I was trying to sell it. No one even wanted $7,000. They're like, well, it's bedazzled. So
have you received a crazy offer? Do you think you ever will? I think you will at some point, but then it's like hard because it's like it's so iconic.
It's definitely not hard. If someone has a crazy offer it to me. I put it on display.
You're real for that. No,
for
you're
this
so
reason.
real.
I'm hoping someone thinks it's like lore. That's why you were showing it before the camera. I was like, you can talk about the bag after, like during the camera, because we want people to think it's so
actually,
cute.
It being mini like makes me want it so bad, but it's crazy because you're so right. Like it's unless you're JoJo Siwa, you are
JoJo's the perfect buyer. Please buy it.
JoJo, come on. You've got the money, JoJo. And imagine the press, JoJo. If you're ever really down, buy the bag from Trisha Paytas. Like
buy the bag with the bag.
Kind of iconic.
It's gonna be the cover of my album. I have a gay album coming out, and it's gonna be just this. So
Trisha, see, that is reason alone to still have it, which is just, and like Pride Month forever,
June is great. It's my favorite time to pull it out. Love it. That's why I bought it. But every other time of the month, I mean, no one wears rainbow.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, do you think that someone could de-bedazzle it and
Might be like all gluey and
but
sticky.
and then it's just yellow. I think rainbow's more iconic than yellow.
Yeah.
It's so funny that certain things make things lose value though.
Well, we talked about that with like the Rolexes too. Like I have all those blinked out Rolexes. Even the person who sold it to me, like, won't buy it back from me. They're like, no, sorry, like lost it. And it was the bougie one that everyone, I think Corinna actually had a watch from there, which made me want to buy
box.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I bought like 3 from them.
3 is crazy.
I should not have had money.
But the chokehold it had at the time on the girls, I was right there with you. Like I wanted one so bad.
Loved
and
it.
Like I love it.
She
I have one still and I do wear it. It's just like you just know that you're never gonna make any money on that, and like you gotta keep it forever.
It's definitely not me. I feel like I'm like a rapper or something with it on my wrist. I'm like, I look a little crazy with this, but
mine is like smaller. And I remember at the time I wanted it to be like rappery, and I was so sad that it wasn't. And then now I'm like, thank God.
I had the big presidential gold blinged one.
Oh, very, very.
Where was I? Where were we going? It was quarantine. I was going nowhere to wear this. I was just like, and that's when I had the 24-hour security guard. Because like I had all these Rolexes. I need a security guard to watch my house.
Did you get rid of the Rolexes?
No, they're still there. And
wow, I want to see them. Maybe I'll buy one.
Okay, I feel like I showed them to you before.
Do a haul for me because like maybe that's iconic. Even this, if I felt like I was gonna carry it even like a little more, I would do it just to have something that was yours.
Okay.
You know,
show you the Rolexes.
But this June, you're so right, and you have to keep it. I know that you're saying if you get a serious offer, you would take it, but like it is so iconic.
I think it's like $1 million at this point.
Yes,
you know,
somebody offer $1 million.
There's someone out there for sure, like a Dubai prince or something.
Right?
Yeah,
please.
I'll come sing at a birthday party for $7 million.
Oh my! Why don't we get offers to do that?
We go sing. We need to do a song together, so they pay us to go over
there.
there.
Oh my God! I know. Should we?
Yeah,
we need to soon. I'm down. I literally said in my video the only way I'll get back in the studios with Trisha.
Really?
Yes.
We're doing it. Well, you have my music producer's number. He's so good and easy to work with. So I know you want to be part of the writing process. I'm like,
because I think we could just be like lyrically so on brand. Because I really want to make something that's like catchy and like
I would love because the taking W's and making W is so good, and I want to incorporate that in our song.
Oh my! I'm actually gonna need like a benzo of some sort, 100% to be back in the studio.
I'm ready for it. Watch out for TNT.
Oh my God! Stop TNT, and we have our M's too.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have the TMs, trademark.
How cute are we?
You guys, we're about to go film our podcast together.
Yes.
Not Loveline. We have them every Monday. I never talk about it, so I'm like, I guess I'm glad we're talking about it.
I know. Hello, we do. We love doing it.
I love it.
It is truly like the definition of free will. Like it's just like we play dress up and we do what we want, and it's so fun. So thank you to anyone who has been listening. It's
so fun. Dress up and we'll eat something too.
Yes, and we'll talk and giggle. But thank you for having me on Just Trish. It's always an honor.
You're such a lifesaver because I truly was like thinking like, who am I gonna have on as a guest? Like, I just don't even know.
I'm so happy. Even the other day, I was like, I haven't been on in a long time, and like, I want to.
I love like we do ours, and I know you have canceled. I'm like, oh my God, there's just so much. Like,
no, but I just hit myself in the mouth. Sorry.
Okay.
No,
why did you say sorry?
So I'm like, it's sitting here like twitching out.
No,
like,
you're good.
Hello, but seriously, thank you for having me on Just Trish. I was watching it yesterday while I was on the treadmill for a second, and I was like, oh yes.
Yeah, we didn't meet the mark. Are they okay? They just left for like literally for the past hour and a half.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about. Yeah, it's probably for the
better.
Where'd
they go?
Amari and Paige. I don't know. They're probably just giggling in the glam room.
Oh,
hopefully.
Really?
I mean, they
left their drinks though. That's what's like sus. Their Starbucks drinks are there.
Oh, we have a escape the night mystery. Get me off this mic.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Go watch Not Loveline and the new Cancelled and Cancelled tour. Maybe we'll be on tour at the same time. We just keep running into each other. That'd be everything.
That would literally be everything.
I know. That's why I need to know your dates. It's like maybe we'll run into each other.
I need to know my dates, honestly. I know I'm coming to yours. That's all I know.
All right. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Trisha.